All right, we're live. We're live. What's popping? We got Astra. All right,
Awesome.
let's go right into what you're gonna say, Astra.
Yeah, like I said on Twitter, I sent you the message that I figured out what it was, the link between the Vince Smokes and the Big Mom Pirates.
Yeah.
If you look at the page 9, this Lola lookalike, Humpty Dumpty Lola lookalike, basically says to Gotti, like, if you so much put a scratch on him, they'll ice father in the blink of an eye.
All right.
To me, I thought like the ice father thing was a code for father as in what's his name? The leader of the fire
Phone?
tank pirates. Yeah, Capone.
Yeah.
Basically, Capone's gonna basically kill them because we both know that mobsters has code names when they're out to kill you. They could probably say things like, "You're gonna swim with the fishes." In this
Hmm.
case, I thought it was Capone that was gonna kill one of his members if they touched Sanji since it's his subordinate and he works for Big Mom. So I read it back and I figured out that what if the Vince Smokes caught Big Mom's lover, that he was gone out, being a pirate. He probably stumbled on a ship. It turns out it's the Germa 66. They kill off everyone and they're about to kill him. And he says, "Yo, if you touch me, my wife is Big Mom. If you touch me, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you." And I'm thinking, yo, that's probably it. That's the reason why Big Mom is getting blackmailed into this marriage. Because Big Mom has said before, huh?
I'm lost. Wait. I think the guy on the ship at the end of the German 66, or on the ship at the German 66 ship, is Big Mom's husband.
No, I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he got caught by Germa 66, and Big Mom is being blackmailed into a marriage with Germa 66. Like the people, like you got the Pruitt girl that's marrying Sanji. They didn't give a fuck about Sanji, but now they do because they want to be in Big Mom's crew. So they took the husband and they say, you know what? Unless you make one of your daughters marry Sanji, so we can be like a team, we're gonna kill him. And Big Mom's like, yeah, we got no choice. That's why they're probably pampering Sanji right now. They're saying, we can't touch him.
Yeah.
I
Big
don't know about
Mom didn't
that.
even care about Peckham's though.
Yeah, but what if this guy who's been sticking his thing in her for 35 times, 365 days a year for 35 years, is basically the only one that Big Mom actually cares about.
Mm.
Wait,
And
Astra,
she's
what?
willing to let anyone into her territory just so that they don't touch this dude.
How,
So
To be fair, I'm in the boat of that Big Mom creates people with her devil fruit kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm there with it too. I'm there with it too. But that was Astra's take on
All right, I finally understood what Oscar was trying to say, and I don't think
Yeah.
that's true at all.
it. All right.
I'm calling it, man. That why would they put their ice father in the blink of an eye?
Because it's like that's what they
Nah,
call
man. I
Capone. They
think
called him
they
father.
kept.
They called Capone father before in the anime or earlier
No,
in the
look
series.
look at look at page 9. Just look at page 9 on Manga
Yeah,
Stream.
I'm looking at it right now.
Look at it. They say that if it was Capone, why would they say they'll ice father? That means they will kill someone if they touch him.
All
Yeah,
right.
they're saying if anything happens to Sanji, they'll kill Capone because Big Mom
Nah,
will kill Capone
I don't
because
think it's
he's
Capone.
very
I think it's
very
someone. I
valuable.
think no. I said before. I think when it comes to the Vince Smokes, they have someone from the crew, from Big Mom's crew. Like it's got to be the lover. They must have him, and they say they're gonna kill him unless they join.
All right, here we go. Astra's theory that Big Mom has a lover that got caught by German 66. She's being blackmailed into this marriage.
No, that just doesn't even make any sense because like by itself it might sound okay, but like first off, we've seen that Capone's called father earlier on in the series, and on top of
Yeah.
that, we know that Big Mom has an interest in Sanji in the first place, so
Yeah,
she says that in the
I'm leaning towards the Capone thing. But let's get into the topic everyone wants to talk about right now. Kaido versus Shanks. So first, Astra, who you got?
Kaido versus Shanks.
Yeah.
I'm going for Shanks.
Roger, who you got?
Shanks.
Who you got Frug?
Kaido all the way.
Oh.
And I have Kaido too. So it's like, I mean, all right, Astra, why you got Shanks? Why you got Shanks?
Because they can't fuck with him. That's basically what it is.
What the fuck?
You can't fuck. Look at all the Yonkos we've seen.
Mm,
We've always heard they got trouble. Like every now and then, the newspapers mentions a Yonko, but Shanks is the least mentioned. Why? Because this dude is laying low.
right.
He's like a gorilla in the mist right now.
Yeah,
Like
but
he
that's just
doesn't want no
because
trouble.
Shanks is like he's like the good guy pirate. He's not like Kaido where he just goes around and fucks everything up.
And that's what I'm
Causes
saying. Like
havoc. But yeah,
Shanks,
but
Shanks, he doesn't fuck with people. Like you come to his place, he'll fuck with you, but he
Yeah.
doesn't go to your house.
yeah.
But the other three Yonkos, they don't give a fuck. They'll do it. So
Oh
to
yeah,
me,
Kai. Hmm.
the guy who's basically not the one looking for trouble, he's probably the one that's more OP. Like,
Only
look at
facts
Luffy.
only facts I need to state that Kaido is stronger than Shanks is that they said in the fucking manga that Kaido will win any 1v1 land, sea, air, period.
That's probably the fodder that goes against Kaido,
The
thinking they could win.
Nah, bro. You think the Yonkos have never clashed before? Actually, the Yonkos have clashed before. It says that Kaido single-handedly would challenge the Yonkos and their crews.
Which Yonko, we don't know. But
Well,
I'm
it
doubting
said
that.
in the quote, it said the Marines and the Yonkos, so he would challenge the Marines and the Yonkos and all their crews by himself. That's how he got captured so many times, but he always got out anyways.
Yeah, right now it's hard to say who's stronger because we don't know a lot. But going off of Kaido being the strongest creature, and Shanks, he had some cool moments, but I mean, it's hard to see Shanks taking down Kaido. Like,
Man, the guy's a
And
giant.
And another thing is like I hate when people say that Shanks is stronger than Kaido because well, there's two things. One, the people thing that say like Shanks is the strongest character in the series because he stopped Marineford. But I tell you for a fact, if any Yonko and their top subordinates came to the war, it would have been over right there. Like
yeah,
if Kaido or Big Mom was in Shanks' place, the war would have been over.
at that point in the war, it was
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
they had already won. So at that, it's like there was no point in continuing it. And Goku knew that. That's why he just stopped it. If Kaido would have showed up, it's like that guy. They definitely would have stopped as well.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want those problems. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, that's a Yonko coming in with a presence, pretty powerful.
Yeah, but people act like Shanks was like the only character that could have done that, but I think Kaido and Big Mom could have easily done that themselves as well.
But the
yeah.
point is, Sengoku was still fresh though. Garp still kind of fresh. I mean, these were fresh
For the
folks.
most part, everybody was. I mean, the
Yeah.
acting was pretty okay. I mean, I guess Sengoku was alright.
Plus, I mean, they even had Blackbeard there too in his crew, so
Yeah, it's
another threat on top of that.
That's
like
the thing. Blackbeard was there with the military, and he still did not want to take Shanks with the odds in his favor, number wise.
Yeah.
I think at that point it's like the top tier guys were pretty much okay, but a lot of the fodder they were like dying or dead already. Like a lot of the regular
Yeah.
were just done, and some vice admirals too were just done. So it's just like, yeah, they probably would have lost a lot more people. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely would have lost a lot more people.
And then the other thing though is that people say Shanks is stronger than Kaido because of
He stopped him from going to
yeah, exactly. So thing about that is like we don't know if Kaido hasn't had his entire crew with him. Like it's said in the manga that he single-handedly challenged other Yonkos and other admirals, so it could have been Kaido versus Shanks and his entire crew. Obviously, Kaido's not going to win that.
Well, if Kaido's going to war, and he's hearing Whitebeard's bringing his army, and the Navy's bringing his army, why would a Yonko not bring his army?
Well, because he's a maniac.
He is a maniac.
Like
Yeah,
But he wants the biggest war ever, and I think he thought that was going to be the biggest war ever. So,
That-
in
that
my
actually
mind, he'd
is-
bring his crew.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
yeah. I guess you say y'all forget that Blackbeard's crew ran away from a Kainu. I think is Blackbeard. He's not gonna engage if there's no point in doing it. Like at that point, what was the reason to fight?
Yeah. Nothing to gain. Nothing.
Like there's no point in fighting the Kainu. This it's like that's why I admire Blackbeard because he runs away when he has to. Like, he's a smart dude. So Blackbeard beats Kaido, beats Shanks, beats what? Said Mihawk was the freshest warlord. Was he? Wait, Doflamingo's fighting Crocodile. Well, Mihawk was like, I don't know. I mean, they're all pretty fresh. Nobody really got.
Oh, he was giving you a tier list. He was saying that Big Mom is number 1, Shanks is number 2, Kaido is number 3, and Blackbeard is number 4.
That's the thing. I don't. The strongest Yonko. I don't know. I don't know who's the strongest because a lot of people have Blackbeard at right at the bottom because he just became a Yonko. But I think that's kind of misleading because Blackbeard been strong.
See,
He's
guy in the
been,
chat says pointless debate. Both are feetless, but like we don't even know that. Like or like I guess Shanks is feetless, but we've already seen like there's an entire chapter about Kaido's feet. I
yeah.
don't know what that even means.
Oh, I got a question actually. When Kaido rose up in the anime and he roared, y'all think that was Conqueror's Haki that was messing up the land there?
Hmm. I don't
Because
know.
if so, they have pretty similar hockey strength. I think.
I
Because
mean, I
that,
think Shanks was a bit more clear cut, where it's like you could actually see it happening. With
yeah,
Kaido, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's definitely gonna have some form of Conqueror's Haki though.
he should, yeah.
Who?
But if that's just his roar making wind run across the
Oh,
island, that's insane.
oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't look too much into that because that's probably just like slight anime filler. But
Oh,
yeah,
hype behind Kaido.
yeah.
He's gonna need it.
But it
He's
might
getting
it
shit.
might end up being like some crazy shit that he can do. I don't know.
Sure, we don't know exactly.
Hurricane Bug, he says Brock DA streams where people say nonsense theories slash ideas and yet make fun of people like anime fan talk.
Why
See,
does anime fan talk always get brought up in these streams?
backhanded compliment. What are you saying, Buggy? What are you saying about fan talk, Buggy? Wait, it says Shanks beat the first Sea King. Wait, Shanks he lost. They're going through
Well,
Shanks' feet. He
Kaido
stopped.
greater than Seeking, greater than Shanks. I think that's a correct power scaling.
The Sea
that
King took
was
his arm.
his greatest fault right there. That Sea King. There's no defense against that.
I mean,
That shouldn't happen.
but a lot of people say it's because Oda didn't plan on the series being that long, and it was kind of like a teaching moment for Luffy. I guess that's the reason why Luffy is the way he is, to show that he would give up an arm for his friends. I don't know,
I
but
don't know. I don't see that though. Like they say he didn't plan that to end, but like they say Alabasta would have been it. But where was One Piece gonna be under the desert? Like where would Shanks come in? He was just
Yeah,
appear at Alabasta and he's gonna give him the hat there. I just don't understand. Like what?
yeah,
yeah,
that literally doesn't make much sense at all. Like, I don't understand when people say One Piece is supposed to end at Alabasta. I just don't understand how that even makes sense at all.
that wouldn't make sense at all. Like, how? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
like, how could it end at Alabasta?
I mean, it might make sense to why like they called like Don Krieg like the strongest man in the world or something, but even then, it's just like
So they
Luffy
had.
literally did nothing.
So it's like if that would be the shortest story ever, where this guy like just like becomes the king of the pirates and what really? No, no, I don't know that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that people. This is kind of off topic, or not off topic, but going back to the Kaido thing, people say, "Oh, yo, Kaido's trash because he got defeated 7 times." It's like, bro, Shanks got defeated by a fucking Sea King.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
that's.
well, I'm not gonna say defeated. That's kind of like over the top, but.
I'm about to say true, but
He did. The Sea
But
King ran away.
he did get a fucking scar that fucking took off his arm, so.
wait, was it
Two
Ashra?
significant stars.
I think Ashra. Are you the one that thinks that Shanks unlocked his hockey right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't think I think he had Conqueror's hockey before that.
Yeah, I don't know. I only watched the anime. I actually haven't read the manga for that for like the early chapters, but I don't think that or in the anime it was portrayed like he had it the whole time. I don't know how to explain it, but
But the thing
You
is,
know, you remember the part when Luffy was like going against that bull thing, and he stopped it? He unlocked it the first time.
what do you mean?
When Duval was on his bull, he was going against Luffy, and Luffy just stopped the bull. Like he used Conqueror King's hockey on the bull.
Yeah. Do you
Well, that
think?
was the first time. But They showed the wave, but you didn't see the eye going out. But it's basically the same thing with the Shanks thing.
I don't know. I don't know. Wait, what is Buggy saying?
Nah, I reread the important parts of the manga. Like I reread Enies Lobby and Sabaody and Marineford and all that, but I never reread like the early. I never reread East Blue basically.
Wait, yeah, I mean, I reread some of it, but I mean, I watched the anime, but I go back and read the manga all the time. So I mean,
I don't have enough time to fucking go back and like read every single chapter over again.
I mean, I enjoy the anime, like especially back then, more than the manga. So
Yeah.
I mean now the manga is a lot better than anime, but it's
Yeah,
still
Ronaldo Jr. in the chat said, according to Anime Fan Talk, Kaido can easily beat Shanks. That's definitely not true though.
yeah. Anime fan talk in
Nah.
the video, he did mention that there's no way Shanks.
All the Yonkos are still close in strength, no matter who you think's stronger. Like
Yeah, they
obviously
gotta
they have to
be.
be close because they've been fighting over territory for a long time or whatever.
That'll upset the balance. They gotta be equal.
It's really close. It's really close.
Yeah.
And I mean Shanks could probably defeat Kaido. And the thing is where like sometimes I think like Shanks could be the strongest is the fact that everybody else has like something that's something incredible, right? Where Shanks has I mean Kaido has the army, Big Mom has like she's allying with like German 66 and then Blackbeard has the two devil fruits and like
Yeah.
Alchemy. And then Shanks is just there with his crew, just chilling. It's like, why don't you attack Shanks? Like, what does Shanks have that you were scared of?
Obviously, I mean, everyone assumes it's obviously the crazy ass hockey, but
I don't know. Maybe he's the pirate that actually kills, right? Right.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know. I saw a lot of theories about Shanks being evil. I don't know how I feel about that one. What do you guys think about Shanks being evil?
I don't know, man. People get fucking
Man.
upset as hell when they say that, but I don't think it's not possible.
You don't think it's
Like,
possible at all?
no, I said I don't think it's not possible. Like, I think it could happen. But, like, thing is like, I don't know, man.
If he's evil, so that means that he gave Luffy the hat, and it's like he's been, I don't know, setting Luffy up to eventually take the hat back so he can lead him to the One Piece.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically like the theory, but I don't know. It would make sense because it's the whole will of D thing. Like, if he knew that Luffy was a D, like his will would have brought him that far. I don't know.
I mean, we can't have two main evil guys. Like Blackbeard can't be this evil all guy, and then Shanks be evil too. That just, I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I can't go with the Shanks is evil thing. I feel like Shanks is what he is. Like we've seen pretty much what Shanks is. So another point that Anime Fan Talk made that Shanks, there's no way Shanks could be stronger than Kaido because he was a cabin boy on Roger's crew.
I honestly had no idea what he was talking about right there. I was so lost.
I guess
He was saying like that. I don't know. That's like.
I mean, being a cabin boy, what's wrong with that? I mean, he's getting trained.
I mean, yeah, you have to start somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like what was the span of time between then? Was it like 20 years?
I don't know. I think Shanks is like 40 or something like that, right?
So like it was like 20 something years. So it's
Maybe
like
even like 30 years. So yeah.
in 20 years, Shanks couldn't be.
Oh, no, Shanks is 39. Okay.
Yeah, when he was on the ship, he's probably like what, 18, 17?
Even younger than that, I
Yeah,
think.
probably younger than that. Yeah, him and Buggy
16.
look young.
Yeah,
16?
yeah, like 16. So it's like over 20 years. I think you can probably narrow that gap.
Especially if he like got trained by Rayleigh and Roger. Maybe
I
not
know.
like trained, but like learned some of the secrets of hockey.
I mean,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Look at Kobe and Garp. That's a good example. Kobe grew
Yeah.
exponentially.
Yeah, Kobe went from the biggest bitch of all time to like.
I
So,
mean,
I mean, he still is a bitch compared to like
he's
what
still
we are now, but like,
I was about to say, when did that change? When did
well, he's like compared to like normal
he's a lot,
Marines.
yeah, he's a lot better. People actually like Kobe now. I mean, George is the only person I know who like him like a lot.
I would like to see George in this stream right now when Fruit said that.
I mean, he's like we haven't seen anything from Kobe. Other than the Marine Ford and him unlocking Haki, then there's nothing else.
There was a special that came out. I mean, that was good.
Yeah, especially when you read people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly. I mean, it was cool, but it's like I know people are thinking like Kobe's probably as strong as I don't know Sanji now, which I'm like
Get out of here,
I don't know about that one. Like the
Frankie.
thing is, he has to pass Luffy or get to Luffy's level eventually. So when do you make that happen?
Oda has to kill off like the other rivals he set up with Luffy, like Smoker, because
I think it'll be pretty soon. I think they're gonna meet pretty soon, and I don't think that. Uh, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get one shot this time.
He can't get if he gets one.
If he gets one shot again, Kobe has no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
It's just like, dude, just stop. Just become a pirate. Join us. Because he got one shotted when they met. Was that after Thriller Bark? Then he got
Yeah,
one shotted again in Marineford.
and you got one shot at it, and yeah. So I think it's 3 times. I don't know. It's either 2 or 3 times, but anyways, he just keeps getting one shot.
Say if Kobe equals Sanji, then Kobe equals Zoro.
I mean, there's no yeah, we have to agree to that. We got to.
Wait, when did the Kobe equals Sanji thing come up? What the hell was that?
I've seen a few theories about that. That when he comes back, he's going to be as strong as Sanji.
I seen that in like
Because
YouTube
people are saying that
comments.
he's going to be as strong as Virgo, therefore he's going to be as strong as Sanji.
Oh. You
Which
think it's possible that Sanji actually is weaker than Zoro, but he's gonna get some like training in this arc or something like that, and that he's gonna end up
I,
like
I don't think
We never
right
get a
now.
training arc.
Yeah, I don't think he's weaker right now. I think he just doesn't want to show what he can do yet.
yeah, that's true.
I feel like
Yeah.
it must be something gay,
It has
or
to be. It has to be. I'm
Yeah, they
telling
just
you,
want
it
to
has
show.
to be.
Yeah.
yeah, like he has some Okama techniques where it's just like, yo, I can't do this. You know what I mean? Where it's like that would suck. Like I wouldn't like if like they did that to Sanji, where it's like this dude that absolutely loves women and is chasing after women since the beginning of the series. Now he's like fighting using Okama tech. I don't know. It's
Well,
just
he has been using one
hmm,
the spinning thing.
which
Those
was
memories?
tells
No,
me.
yeah, well, he doesn't move with basically where he spins before he kicks. That is basically an Okama thing. Like Mr. One was twirling all the
No,
time.
he did that before he met the people, the Diable Jambe or whatever.
No, no.
He spins
Ashura was
that.
saying in general, like Sanji spins like the Okamas. Like,
Oh, okay,
yeah, he's just
okay.
saying in general, yeah, the
He's a
styles and stuff.
lot more cooler though. When you
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he's not using
Cooler.
ballet moves. I mean,
yeah.
come on now, tippy toes. No
Yeah.
disrespect to the art, if y'all ballet.
Yeah. Ballet. I heard a lot of athletes did ballet when they were younger to work on their
Yeah, football players. Yeah,
yeah,
probably like 5 minutes.
which is
5 minutes.
no, but I think that he's hiding something because there's no way. I feel like even versus Doflamingo, that shouldn't have happened. Like, there's no way the gap should be that huge between Doflamingo and Sanji.
Which is why I'm thinking
Are
like
you
I
lying?
don't
There's
know.
no way.
Sanji took so many L's. Like
You said
I
why
don't
is
know.
no
It's
way?
hard to say because I mean Zoro took an L to Fujitora, so it's like even. But like that Virgo L was just. I mean I don't know, man. It's not even like an L. It's just like.
The thing is
Well,
though,
they were both caught off guard.
Zoro came back after his.
Yeah, but I mean.
He came back. Sanji was done.
Yeah, that's true.
He was done. He was about to get
I,
an overheat to the head. Like he was done, bro.
I mean, strings though. I mean, you don't expect that. You don't expect a puppeteer to just be like, got you set
Yeah,
up like.
but I just feel like his specialty, right, is supposedly observation, right?
Yeah.
We saw
Yeah.
when Doflamingo tried to use Parasite on Fujitora, he just he just caught the string. So
Maybe his observation isn't at that level though.
yeah, probably. I'm like he's not on Fujitora's level, obviously.
Yeah, blind man observation.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I
OP.
feel
Yeah, blind man observation.
that
Yeah.
would have been the perfect time to show that Sanji has improved to a level where it's like something as simple as Parasite is not going to work on Sanji. It's like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
at least make him like not get caught with that, and maybe Doflamingo
Then
like
again, we also have to think about it that Luffy was like getting thrown around by Doflamingo until he went Gear 4, so uh Sanji must have or needs to have something around as strong as Gear 4 to deal with Luffy.
Exactly. I feel like Zoro does too. We haven't seen Ashura since the time skip. And with Sanji, I, wait, no, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say too.
Well, I was gonna say Sanji and Zoro, I think, have qualities of Luffy. Like Zoro has the strength of Luffy, and I think Sanji has the speed of Luffy. That's how I see it.
With Luffy when he's fighting Doflamingo, Gear second, he was actually like hitting Doflamingo, but he wasn't doing any damage.
Yeah.
So his
That's the
problem
difference
was.
between him and
Well-
Zoro.
Wait, say that again.
That's the difference between the Zoro is about attack and defense. He's got a strong body and he's got powerful attacks.
Well, I
Sanji only has speed.
Well, Sanji has some power now.
Well,
He
yeah, I
has
know.
power,
Well,
yeah.
okay, here's the thing. Luffy is like I would say is just like brute force strength. Sanji is speed, and then Zoro's durability. Like
But Luffy's
tankiness.
got all of them, but they're not as
Yeah, but-
powerful.
I would
Zoro
think
is-
arguably
Zoro
Zoro's
is,
the most
like-
durable.
Yeah,
I think,
Zoro's more durable than Luffy, and that's proven by the fact that he took in all of Luffy's pain during Thriller Bark.
I think just off the feet, Zoro's the most durable. Like,
Oh, without a doubt, man, dude.
I mean, Luffy has gone through some shit, but Zoro, man.
Yeah, Zoro's on another level.
But I do think, but Luffy supposedly is physically stronger than Zoro, right?
Has to
Yeah,
be.
I would say so, probably.
Which
Zoro's
I
not
mean,
punching a
it's
concept.
crazy because Zoro works out all the damn time, but it's like I don't know. He's Luffy, like I think it was what was it like? Was it Water 7? When it was like they showed that like Luffy basically just taking down 2 buildings like randomly or whatever.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
pushing him apart when he was stuck in, that was insane. I was like, dude, your bones.
Yeah, and it's like Zoro's like, what the hell, bro? Like all you do is fish and eat, and it's like, where does this physical strength come from? Could that be like due to the fact that he's a D, or is this like his lineage?
I think it's Paramecia,
Oh, yeah.
because don't Paramecias increase physical strength? Isn't that?
No, that's
part of it?
Zone's, but his probably his slightly does just because of the fact of like the stretching part of it. Like it's just gonna come with more force, but
Yeah. But it's like, how? I mean, Law isn't physically imposing. He's a D. So
Because he's part of Garp's family, man. Like there are people in
Yeah.
One Piece that are born with superhuman strength. Look at the example in the New World. Those 2 asshole brothers in the Coliseum. Forgot their names. There was the little brother, was the big dude. He basically had a strong body, and he wasn't using hockey. And he broke Sai's brother's axe.
who? Who did that?
I think it was Bobby. Bobby, yeah.
That's the dude that had the jacket fruit or whatever.
Yeah, no, the bigger brother, like the little brother, but he was big.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
The other
This guy
one
wasn't even using the hockey in his body, and then his body just smashed the axe, and the axe was coated in hockey.
Some guy said that Zoro wouldn't be able to survive the Magellan poison and Ivankov treatment, but I don't know about that.
I mean, nobody would have. I mean, that
The
poison
Magellan
Luffy was
poison?
dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he might have had a chance, but it's hard to say.
That's the thing. Like, how big is that gap between Luffy and Zoro right now? What do you guys think?
Zoro
I
ain't
don't
breaking
know,
the
it's hard to
continent. He's not breaking the continent. If we're going Gear 4, it is impossible for Zoro. I mean, that's.
I mean, he did cut a mountain in half, which is pretty close, but that wasn't even his full strength.
Yeah,
As
right.
far as we know, that's Luffy's best attack right now, but I
Right.
don't think it is. But
We haven't seen Ashura, right? And we know we really haven't seen Zoro go all out yet. And I mean, I do think Luffy is still stronger, but I don't think it's like everyone feels like once Luffy goes Gear 4, he's gonna just decimate Zoro. And it's like Zoro's gonna have something that can oppose
Yeah.
him. So will Sanji.
obviously, Luffy's always going to be stronger than Zoro, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like Luffy can punch through his swords though, unless he's that hockey, you know.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think so.
Punch through his swords, not Zoro's swords. I don't
I don't-
think it's like
I
that.
think if Zoro was in full defensive stance with hockeyed up swords, I don't think he would punch his.
I don't think
his
it's that
sword.
much of a gap. They're too close in strength for Zoro's swords to just collapse.
You might get a little nick, or not a little nick.
I
I mean,
mean,
you might
I
like
mean-
break a little, but
I don't think they break at all. Like,
uh,
yeah, because remember Mihawk said a nick on your sword is like, you know, it's
I
a
mean, these
you
are
know,
clash
whatever.
of titans though. These are titans going.
Right. I don't think any I feel like, I mean, I think Zoro has Conqueror's Haki as well. So I don't think Luffy is gonna just do that
Oh
to Zoro.
yeah, I'm in that boat too. Yeah.
It's,
Frankie's Shogun is a better swordsman than Zoro.
oh wow. Wow. I feel like right now I have probably like two swordsmen. Well, other than what we know from what we've seen, two swordsmen that I have like still ahead of Zoro, obviously Mihawk and Shiryu. I think he's on Vista's level right now, where he can probably go head to head with Vista. And of course Wano's gonna have some swordsmen that like are probably gonna beat Zoro pretty easily.
You think Zoro takes his first L in Wano?
Yeah.
Swordsman?
Yeah. I think he loses and that's how he gets stronger. Like he learns some new techniques from all the swordsmen in Wano. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the thing. See, the thing is, I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know, because I think he's gonna fight multiple swordsmen. I think it's gonna be like a stepping stone, where like he
yeah.
starts off by fighting like a random daimyo or whatever, and then like he eventually gets up to the shogun at the end of the arc. But
Oh shit. They said Shanks as a swordsman. It's hard. I forget that Shanks is a swordsman, but I totally forgot about Shanks and Fujitora. Yeah, Shanks and Fujitora. Shanks and Fujitora. Why do people keep acting like Zoro didn't use his signature finishing move on Pika? That's not. Hmm?
I've
What?
never seen Zoro use that move before in my
Yeah,
life. I don't think.
yeah. I
I
don't
don't think
think.
that was a finishing move. I mean, it was a special technique that wasn't even perfected.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
think.
was it? It wasn't the 108-pound cannon or whatever that he used, right? He used.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, it was something else like the pound something. It was
Was it
something.
Thousand Worlds?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I
something.
don't know. It was
That's
some
all
weird
good.
fucking move. I don't
Zoro
know.
can't lose. He made a promise to never lose again, bruh.
Yeah,
But
see, that's the thing. I
he
hate
lost
that.
after that though.
Well, he never actually lost in like a 1v1 fight. If you think about it, he lost to the only two L's he took was to Kuma and then Kuma again.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know, man. Kuzaru was stepping on that dude
Kizaru.
like trash.
Well, yeah, but like he already took the L from Kuma before that, so I count that as a Kuma L, not a Kizaru L. But
This is a huge topic where someone's like, as long as you use a sword and a sword is in your hand, you are a swordsman.
I don't know.
I don't know. Gecko Mori was walking around with like scissors. There, so we're gonna call him a swordsman.
So, because it's like they're like, okay, then is Goldie Roger a swordsman? Like every time we see him, he has a sword in his hand. So, like, and then a lot of people feel like Shanks, technically, like a sword is like his primary weapon, but they don't view him as like a pure swordsman. Like, where do we draw the line there?
I don't know. See, the
I
thing
mean, he
is
fought
it
with
just doesn't
Mihawk.
make
He has to
sense
be a
because
swordsman.
it says Mihawk's the strongest swordsman, but how the fuck can Mihawk be stronger than Shanks? I don't understand how that's even possible.
That's why a lot of people think that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks. A lot of people think that.
I don't know. There's no way. I don't think so. But it's possible, I guess. I don't know.
Let's say Ace had a gun. He wasn't a sniper though.
He did have a gun. Had two, right?
I don't know. I feel like yes, a swordsman is somebody that uses a sword, but I don't know. Oh, he lost to NL as well.
Oh yeah. See, the
I
thing is
mean,
like I think the thing is like he said he would never lose in like a sword battle or whatever. Whatever you want to call it, like a sword
yeah.
fight.
I mean, you can't fight lightning. That's not a fight.
Yeah, at that point, no one other than Luffy could oppose NL.
Yeah, even Sanji got fried savagely. By the way, that was pimp.
That was
Yo,
cool. That was cool.
yo, whoa, yo! I just thought about something. What if fucking Zoro and Law go to Wano? No, they're like wreaking havoc. They beat a couple daimyo or whatever, and then fucking Kaido comes in and then beats both their asses and throws them in the cage with Kid.
Oh, hope. Oh man. Um,
Remakes.
that would be sick. I think Kaido probably sends a calamity. I think
Yeah.
I think that would be a perfect time to see a calamity. Law going through some more shit, that would be crazy. Like Law is going through so much, bro. Him getting thrown in jail again. I
Hey,
don't
we
know.
Yeah,
got
that's
We got Burgess at Dressrosa. What if we get that other guy that looks like Kaido on Wano?
Oh, Avalo Pizarro.
Yeah,
Bizarre,
perfect
man.
timing.
Well, that's a good idea, huh?
Yeah.
But it's hard to say because I think Blackbeard's plotting something because he has this whole crew together. But I don't know. That would be sick.
Either Blackbeard is gonna go. like I said, I feel like all the Yonko they're gonna have representatives at their reverie, at the tea party, and so it's like I don't know what Blackbeard's objectives are right now. Like I'm thinking he probably wants like more than likely Kaido has an OP fruit. He wants that to complete the trifecta, but he comes in at the last minute. I don't know. Is it Flash says Shanks is the MVP? MVP what? So it's going to be Law versus a Calamity and Zoro versus the Daimyo. I don't think it's I don't Law versus a Calamity. Probably. Could Law take out Jack?
I
Technically, Law can take out anybody. Technically,
don't
but
know. Maybe I would say probably. Obviously, it's not going to be close, or it's going to be close, but
Yeah.
because the thing that Law would have to worry about, because the thing is, Jack is like the perfect matchup for Law because Law has problems with like speed, and if you're like gonna blitz him, but if you're like
yeah.
this stout person, he's just gonna meticulously like pick you apart.
I
Like,
wonder how a full-blown gamma knife would affect Jack.
ooh, hmm,
Dude,
I
eat
don't
that.
know.
Jack's eating that.
Bro, what if he gamma knifes Jack and then Jack like is like in pain for a little bit and then he just like recovers like
Right
instantly?
away.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
exactly what's gonna
crazy.
happen.
That would show that Jack is like a fucking monster because we saw how much that affected Doflamingo.
Yeah.
And if he takes a gamma knife and he's just like after like a minute he's good, it's like I don't know how you beat that man. So Law is stronger than Zoro.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people feel like Zoro's stronger than Law, but I feel like Luffy has to be able to beat Kaido. Or he won't do good against the other Yonkos. The thing is, if we think Kaido's the
Uh,
strongest Yonko, well,
the thing is I don't think Luffy should be able to. I think it's going to be a group effort to defeat Kaido. I said this multiple times. Like, there's no way that Luffy just takes out Kaido 1v1 when it's stated that he is like one of the strongest 1v1 in the series. Because if you defeat Kaido 1v1 straight up, like who else is there left? It's basically just like Blackbeard and Akainu at that point.
But here's the thing, though. Luffy kind of does have pure strength, though. Like, I mean, he's been shown to be like quite more powerful than like some of the savages we've seen in the world, just because of his double fruits abilities. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I
but
mean, I would like to see him knock out Kaido 1v1, honestly, just for a power standpoint.
can Gear 4
At
do
some point.
anything to Kaido? If
Yeah.
Luffy can maintain Gear 4 for an hour,
An hour? I don't know. You just spamming King Kong punches?
it's just, I mean, I don't think that's enough.
I don't think it's enough. I think it'll be close to give him a good fight. Honestly, close to a good fight, kind of like Goku versus Beerus movie.
He's gonna say my head hurts.
Yeah.
Like a full powered King Kong gun.
I don't know.
Well, that's gotta do damage. That's breaking.
Well, the thing is, we talked about this with One World, and we were saying, because if you think about it, he fucking fell from that entire Sky Island. What hurts more, falling from that island or getting punched by King Kong gun?
But the thing is, I think a lot of times, I hate using the island thing because I feel like a lot of people can just fall from Sky Island and be okay.
I don't know about a lot of people, but
Pretty much every Devil Fruit user, right?
I mean, can Logias fall? And I
It's
don't
like,
know.
but they're gonna be okay, right?
They'll be okay,
I
man.
don't know.
They'll
I guess they would be okay.
Like,
turn into the element, right, and just splatter
like
over the
if
floor.
Law just jumps off Sky Island, if he uses Devil Fruit, he'd be okay. Like,
Yeah, that's true. But
so
the
if
fact of the matter is he doesn't have Logia or anything. He just fucking face tanked it.
but okay, so if Jack fell, Jack would be okay.
I don't think okay, but I don't think he'd die. No.
I mean, an island fell on him and he was okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's like if he doesn't have a Devil Fruit and it's like just pure just durability, then it's like he's a monster. Like if he just
Yeah.
tank that.
Some guy said I think Zunisha is going to fight Kaido alongside the Alliance, and I don't know if he's trolling or not, but I actually feel like that might happen.
I think Zunisha dies before that though.
No, but like, cause we know that Moa's is sitting on the island trying to like, he's trying to like talk to Zunisha. So I think it's kind of going to be like a thing where he learns how to use his powers, and then he's going to like come in on like the fucking elephant rider and fucking start swiping at Kaido.
Wait, they said Luffy did maintain Gear 4 for an hour.
We don't know how long it lasted. I
Was
don't
it?
think so, at least.
We
It
don't
had to
know.
be longer than like 20 minutes, right?
It's
Well, I
probably
It
like
think.
went on for like 20
Well,
minutes.
okay, they were fighting, and then it said like 20 minutes later or something like that. I think.
20 minutes later, and
Yeah,
then
but the thing is, we don't know how long they were fighting
I,
before it said 20 minutes later. So
I do think that after um the next time we see Gear 4 is he's gonna be able to maintain it longer.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
think,
that's all I want to say. Yeah, I think Gear Fourth is also stronger than when we seen it because we got to think Luffy used that at half strength, in
but the
my
thing is,
opinion.
Gear 4 just looks like it looks so unrefined, right? It was just like him just blowing himself up, and like it seems like it was like still in test mode. It
Oh
was
hell
like
yeah,
it was using a lot of hockey. It was not like it was just like a beta. I don't feel like we've seen all that Gear 4 can do. That's why I feel like it has alternate forms. I feel that for real. So it was like 21 to 25 minutes.
yeah, I need that bounciness. If he can control that,
Yeah,
ooh,
that's kind of something where it's like I don't know, but he was like giving Doflamingo the business. Yeah, he was
looking like a fool.
he was going at. They said Kaido pushed out and used hockey before he landed. Kaido's a fraud. He never really tried to commit suicide. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So I honestly think Usopp can beat Jack. What? Usopp? Yeah, I don't know what Usopp is doing to hurt Jack.
I'm
I don't
just
behind
think
you.
purchased
Usopp.
Legend Mac versus Anime Fan Talk on pay-per-view. Wait, what's going on between that Legend Mac and Anime Fan Talk?
I don't know. Probably something spooky.
I couldn't put it better myself. Probably something spooky.
Kobe has the voice of all things. I don't think it's quite on that level. I don't
Yeah, we
think.
talked about this before, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he has like the voice of all things, but he has the ability to like some advanced version of observation hockey.
I don't understand why Kaido just doesn't drink 15 gallons of bleach to kill himself. Bro, I think if you fall off an island, you can drink 15 gallons of bleach and still be okay.
I think yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he's probably eating multiple Smileys, right? That's the thing.
Wait, would Kaido be the strongest One Piece character if he was a Logia?
I still think he's one of the strongest characters as it is right now. Because I don't want to say strongest because I don't think they would make the strongest character die. Well, actually, I don't know.
Yeah,
Actually, I think he might actually be the strongest character in the series. So I was gonna say they wouldn't make Luffy fight the strongest character, but at the same time they took out Whitebeard and he was the strongest character. So
where one word was saying Cody only heard voices standard observation hockey, but the thing is with Kobe's how they were like trying to portray it, it looked like he was hearing their thoughts
yeah,
instead of
yeah.
their
How
voices.
could that be standard observation? I thought the standard would be to, dodge attacks. That was probably
Right.
standard. That's another level there.
Yeah, I think Kobe's was on another level. Standard like lets you hear voices. Yeah, it lets you hear voices, but he was hearing like their thoughts.
Yeah, he was
That's what
talking
it.
to Zanisha. I know it.
Sabo needs to face Kaido. Yeah, Sabo is not fighting Kaido. We're probably not going to see Sabo for a while.
No, Sabo's got to deal with kind of. That's what I think.
Who will Enel fight when he finally returns? Enel? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Enel can pop back in the story at any time.
he's a plot device at this point.
Yeah. He just yeah. I think so. It's funny. I thought like Rob Lucci would be one to return like randomly, but just find out he's going to be in Film Gold. And
Yeah,
Rob Lucci?
yeah, him and Spandam. Buggy came out
Where
with
do you
it.
see that?
wait, he said what?
Uh, some guy typed in the chat, Kaido jumped off Sky Island and survived. Then Jack showed him Bragos after Darkstream and he got cancer and died within the hour.
That could probably kill him. There's so many characters who've heard voices before. Um, but the
I
thing is,
think
he
was it the
wasn't
only
heard.
character that heard a voice, that little girl on Sky Island?
Yeah, voice
That,
translation.
yeah, and
They, like
Shirahoshi.
he was hearing like their thoughts though. That wasn't something we've seen before. He was like, I can hear what they're thinking, not just their voices.
Yeah, he could. I think he could feel their pain too. That was another thing. That's why he was crying so loud too. He could feel
Yeah,
it. So yeah, it's a step above.
the Luffy versus Luffy mini rematch. We're gonna have a quick spar. We're gonna have a quick spar in Film Gold with Lucci and Luffy.
Oh yeah, have we talked about that yet?
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about
Okay.
that. But I think that they're gonna have to go at it for a bit.
I
I
For
don't
think
know.
no.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I don't think he. I think maybe he just pops in and does some weird shit, and then like shows maybe a new form or something, and then just
I
dips.
don't. The thing
Maybe
is,
not a new form, but like a post time skip of his like leopard hybrid
I mean, that's
form.
the greatest rivalry of One Piece, though.
it is. I mean, I don't think want a rematch. Maybe we get a slight rematch.
I don't know.
They said Lucci would get wrecked. Come on, guys.
No fucking way, bro.
Man,
No way. No way.
no, he was steps ahead of Luffy
Bro, if
already.
Luffy's getting trained by CP0, that's basically the same thing as getting trained by Rayleigh.
Listen, Lucci goes his full like hybrid whatever. That is gonna be able to keep up with Gear 4. Like, trust me. Like Lucci, I'm one of the things that Lucci was more powerful than Luffy back then, and he won because he's Luffy. But
Yo, wait. You think we're gonna see some Gear 4th action in this new movie?
oh yeah,
That'd be
Man,
sick
yeah.
because like the
oh yeah, we got
movies are always animated way better than the anime.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
cool.
is 1080p Luffy versus Lucci equals just yeah. If we see Gear 4 like in the movie quality, that would be sick. Especially with Rob Lucci coming in.
Oh man.
God.
Rob Lucci, man, this is late for him. He should have been had a movie.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not like the biggest fan of Rob Lucci. I don't hate him. I just don't like him as much as most people do. But if we see Gear 4 Luffy versus Rob Lucci, I'll be a fan.
I think if Rob Lucci holds his own against Luffy in Gear 4 in the movie, what is like how strong?
Thing is, it's like if Rob Lucci actually fights Luffy, we all know that's gonna be fucking basically canon, right? Like I would have said he's like he's working with them on the movie, right?
Yeah,
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 yeah. He's been working on it for 2 years. I
Yeah,
actually saw
okay,
that.
so-
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
If we see something like that, it's basically canon.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, like they said, Lucci was a step ahead of Luffy. He was like I feel like Lucci was like I don't know. Luffy pulled it out with the power of friendship and stuff, but Lucci was giving Luffy the business, yo. Said Tesora and Luffy team up gold coated Luffy. So I don't know. Tesoro, I don't know about that. Cough DLC for Burning Blood. If we get Rob Lucci in it as in Burning Blood, yeah. I mean I don't know why he's not in the game anyway.
Yeah, he was a pirate warrior. I was surprised by that.
None of the Annie's Lobby people are in that.
It's like
Like
what?
Kaku.
Like you don't put Kaku, Rob Lucci, Jabra, like, but you put Shanks and you put Bartolomeo and
Well, I don't know. Shanks is definitely needed, but
what,
yeah.
bro? Like we haven't seen like nothing from this dude. You basically just made up a fighting style. You just made
Yeah,
something
that's true. That's true.
up. Like you just like everything with Shanks is just made up. And we have like a full epic battle with Lucci and Luffy, and you don't have them in the game. That's frustrating. They said Enel and Automation Army versus Tentatas or Bartholomew Kuma and PX Army. What? I'm not sure. I'm not.
I'm thinking Nell is gonna have an even fight against the Totadas. I'm pretty sure Nell is gonna smack the Totadas in one shot.
They say Kaku and Jabra are irrelevant. Well, I don't know about. I think Kaku could be a monster. Because he's a giraffe. That's a swordsman. I know that's kind of crazy, but I do think that Kaku could be a problem when he comes back. Rob Lucci would be a fan service character in Burning Blood. As of now, he's not needed. I think most characters. I mean, Bartolomeo was like fan service. Shanks was fan service. Like we haven't seen Shanks. They just threw Shanks.
I mean, I don't understand how you can call that fan service. Like Rob Lucci was like one of the main antagonists of like the entire One Piece. Like if you have people like Rob Lucci and L in there, then Crocodile and L, Rob Lucci should be in there.
He said the point in time the story takes place and they aren't relevant. I mean, they are doing a Marineford thing, but that doesn't mean they can't have other characters. I mean, because they have an L, like you said, they have other characters from different arcs. Why not just have them in there? They said that wasn't a friendship power up. Who when Lucci lost to Luffy? Really? Wait, do you guys think that wasn't a friendship power up?
I don't know. I don't really remember it
He
that
was
much.
outskilled. I mean,
I
he was
haven't
getting
seen it in a long
pierced.
time. But
Like that fight was one-sided for a long time.
Bro,
yeah, and then Usopp gave him his little speech, and then he just fucking
bro,
got
he
up
did
and
Yeah,
not
smacked him.
move right. He got a Rukogen.
yeah.
That's the shit you unlock after you mastered all the Rokushiki techniques.
He took that face from. I
He
mean,
took it
Luffy was literally
right to his
choked.
stomach.
Yeah, yeah.
Then he got back up and Rob Lucci hit him with another one. And then Lucci,
Another one.
I'm like, bro. And
That was a.
I don't know. Rob Lucci has to be at least Admiral level now. Otherwise, what the fuck? Admiral level? I don't know.
I think Bluno might come back stronger to face Luffy. Yo, Master J, get off your second
J.
account.
There's Master J. Because there's no way. Bruno is retired. He's a chef now. So Koala wasn't needed at all. I get that they needed more females, though. I like Koala was not needed, but I like the fact that she's in the game. But
Yeah,
if you're
'cause
gonna
she's
have
fucking
Koala,
broken and you spam her.
yeah, yeah.
Boy, I tell you, Robin. I saw Brago fighting Robin, and that was
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad because Robin, she can clutch you for like a good 5 minutes. Bro. And then people switch out different characters, then transform, and then use the ultimate, and I'm still clutched. I hate that.
She's broken.
Rob Lucci probably has Haki now in his own form. Also, the 6 powers. Yes, he will give Luffy problems. Yeah, what was it?
Probably even more to the 6 powers as well. Like,
Exactly. It's probably another level if you can unlock all this different shit. Like, remember when CP0 went to go catch Bondi World when they used the Shigan, but it had Haki on it?
Yeah.
So it's like Rob Lucci is going to be using these different techniques, but they're going to be like with Haki. Like that's going to be crazy. Say Lucci should have died when Luffy used Gear Third. Oh, no way.
Nah, he's adorable, bro.
So Lucci got slammed by Gear Third and almost got wiped out. So it's pretty close for both of them. I mean, I don't know.
that is true. Didn't he like knock him through a wall or something?
I mean,
Gear
yeah.
Third took him all the way to the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
but
that is true. One World does have a point.
but Luffy got like hit a lot more.
Like, if it was a boxing match, I would say Lucci put in more points.
A
Like,
lot more.
yeah, like.
I mean, but the thing is, I guess the Gatling gun kind of makes up because that's like a lot of punches. But Lucci was like toying with him at first. But that's the thing with Luffy though. He gets like stronger
As he fights.
as the fight goes on. Because
Fuck.
with every character almost, he loses like the first go around.
Power of friendship. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If Curry has observation hockey, I think that might be factual.
that may be.
That is, boy, that dude is magic.
Nah, I don't think he's a human being. Like, there's no the gap between how good Steph Curry can shoot and everybody else is just
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
it's absurd. It's like
Not even close.
it's like he's from the future, and it's like he figured out like a different way to shoot, and he just came back to the past and like I'm gonna fuck everybody up. Like if Kobe Bryant went to like the '80s or something, like yo, who's this guy? He can shoot from that far away. Said only a few of Lucci's punches were actually potent.
Get out of here, boy. That was claws. He wasn't even punching. He was clawing.
I don't know if Lucci's much stronger, but I feel like he's gonna he had a leg up on Luffy at that point. But you know, Luffy overcame that. They said
I mean, if we're gonna be honest here, Lucci was probably stronger than Luffy for sure, but like, it's just like the way that manga works is that he has that like Luffy had like that 20% chance to win or whatever, and he won because of plot armor or whatever the hell you want to call it.
yeah.
Plot armor. Naruto versus Neji. Plot armor.
You know what? Neji was a character they did dirty. You know.
Yeah.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, what Naruto versus Neji are you talking about in the first
Yeah.
the original
first
Naruto
time.
series?
Yeah, original, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, even after that, he should have gotten more development, and he should have been on Naruto and Sasuke's level. But then you find out that they're like gods,
Oh,
essentially.
yeah. Yeah, Kid Jesus and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naruto was doing things. I don't know how I'm doing it. How did I heal him? I don't know.
I don't know if there's Naruto fans in here, but if you guys could explain to me how Kakashi got 2 Sharingans out of nowhere, I would love that. That's.
Oh, when he did what you call it, Susanoo?
Yeah, that just was completely random. I'm reading the manga. I'm like, what's happening here? Oh, Obito sending his eyes from the heavens. That works, huh? We can do that.
Most of punches Luffy landed were filler in anime only, and the ones that were in the manga were absorbed by Luffy's rubber.
What about rubber?
The claws too, bro. Lucci was advancement for Luffy's physical prowess. That
Without
fight
a
was a
doubt.
draw. Luffy was KO'd too. Yeah, Luffy kind of like he was about to fall, and then he heard his friends, and then he just like, ugh, I can do this. Lucci is a
Yeah,
really strong character, but everything is different in the new world. He won't be a big character, and will probably join forces with someone. He won't be a big character. I think
CP0, bro.
I think that Lucci, other than the three that we see for CP0, there's probably one guy that we don't see that's leading them, and then Lucci's like below those guys. Like I definitely think like he's right there. Because if there's other people that's stronger than Lucci, then it's like phew, that's pretty scary. Wait, Shanks equals a second coming to Jesus. Wait, Akatsuki was the only good part of shit poo then. Okay. See, Luffy's will is too OP. I mean, that's the thing with the will, you can pretty much make anything work. Like you can use will to like to fit anything. Like, oh, he did that because he had more will than him, and it's just like I don't know.
I don't know
Sometimes
about that.
it's too
I
convenient.
heard that Doflamingos talked on that, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because his will, he doesn't like the will of D because that does something, but never elaborated.
And Law said, the will, the D's always bring about a storm or some shit, and it's just like,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
just a dick tease about Uda himself.
this. I think Kaku and Jabra are still relevant in the new world. If Spandam is still there, then those others must be there too. I'm sure. I'm sure because who was competing with Lucci? Wasn't it Jabra?
Jabra, yeah, and Kaku. Kaku got a significant boost after his Devil Fruit had to.
Yeah, but Jabra felt like he
Damn,
was kind of competing with Lucci. I mean, Lucci is definitely stronger, but
damn, that actually might be a good idea. Hunter Hoax Kaido said Luffy will be the Bluno of the CP0, the warm-up character for Luffy.
whoa, that would be disrespectful.
I don't know.
That would be
Thing
disrespectful.
is if Straw Hats fight CP0, Luffy might just fucking not really dumpster Lucci, but kind of just like shit on him and then move up to like the main guy in CP0.
But how would that work? How does Lucci not advance as much as Luffy?
I don't know. I mean, Luffy is supposed to be the Pirate King, so whatever. He's supposed to be the strongest person,
He's
so I would.
supposed to be like I think One World. He thinks that the Pirate King is gonna be significantly stronger than the other Yonko. I
Yeah, I
don't
would say so.
I don't think the gap is that huge.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think.
it
I
will be.
mean, Whitebeard and
Well, what are we
Goldie
talking
Roger
about?
were rivals.
You say
Sig-
like he can like shit on him whenever he wants.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
No.
I don't
Actually,
think
I would say so actually because Yonko are like the reason that they're Yonko is because they're not strong enough to take each other out. So if you're a pirate king, that means you can beat any amount of pirates at any time. So
but it's like uh, the Pirate King. I feel like the separation is gonna be where it's like the Pirate King they conquer all these different seas, but I don't feel like the Pirate King is gonna be like head and shoulders above everybody else. I don't feel like it's gonna be like that.
I think when Luffy's on pirate king level, there's only going to be a few people that are going to be on his level, and it's like Blackbeard, maybe Akainu, maybe the Gorosei, whatever.
You think any other pirate captain is gonna be on his level?
I
Besides
mean,
Blackbeard,
Kid.
no.
I think
Maybe
Supernovas, maybe.
Kid, but I don't know exactly if Kid's gonna
I
be
think
on.
Kid and Law, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
I don't
wouldn't
think
put Law
Kid
up
and
there.
Law are gonna be
Law.
Pirate King level. They're gonna be like Yonko level. Well, that's the thing. You think Yonko? I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Law's fruit, it's like if Law just gets, I mean, obviously the stamina, and some different techniques, Law could be
Yeah.
like unbeatable.
He needs to be able to shoot his room out, in my opinion, in some like weird ass way, like a room ball to like a
What
different
about his
part.
room being invisible?
Not
Oh yeah.
invisible, but like remember how in what's it called in Dressrosa they couldn't see the room because it was as big as like the island or whatever. He's gonna be able to do some retarded ass shit with his room, like fucking teleport to like islands.
Wasn't
And
that
shit like
like
that.
minus 20 years on his life for doing that?
I don't know, but I'm
Hello,
telling you
can you
right
hear me?
now. Yo,
What's popping, bro?
Just making sure my mic is working.
But
I just moved, so
yeah, like I was going to invite you earlier, but I knew you were like in studies and moving and stuff.
yeah, I have some free time.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah, apparently you do have free time to fucking send me pictures of elephants swinging their trunks around.
It's on my phone.
It's a kid rate. All right, so people saying kid is weak. Some people saying kid ain't weak. I know how Cody feels about this, but
Kid, I don't know, cause like I do feel like Law and Kid are gonna be weaker in the long run.
I mean, I feel like they're going to be weaker than Luffy, but I feel like with Law and his fruits, or his fruit, I feel like he's going to be able to compete with anybody.
Here's the thing,
Facts.
like, okay, we all agree that Luffy's gonna fight Kid at some point in the story, right?
At some point.
Better, yeah.
Okay, so that would mean that
I don't really know if
Kid
it'd be
has
like
to
an
be.
all-out fight though. I don't know if it'd be a determining fight really.
Yeah, but that would probably mean that Kid has to be at least a little bit stronger for Luffy to even make it a hype match.
Well, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like a significant end of arc battle. It wouldn't be like Luffy versus Lucci. I think it would just be a little spar. Like I don't know why he'd make them both go all out.
I don't know. The thing is like, Kid is supposed to be like one of the leaders of the new generation, so I can't see him not being up there with Luffy.
I don't know. I don't know if the supernovas are necessarily all equal at all. They're all new people. That's all. They're not like supposed to be tiered the same.
Yeah, but they're going to be important in the story, whether or not it's because they're
Well,
strong.
like I said, I think you guys brought up earlier the whole Pirate King thing. How
Yeah.
like
They say
he's
Kid is
got to be significantly stronger than everybody because the Pirate King has to conquer the whole new
Yeah.
world and everything. So
Is Kid
Yeah.
is Kid one of the most overrated characters?
No.
I don't know if he's overrated because I don't think
Shanks
people
is.
overhype him. I mean,
Obviously Shanks. Shanks is the most overrated character.
I don't know. Is Shanks really that overhyped? Because
What?
like.
Okay, people
Well,
think
the
that
thing is,
Shanks can.
we don't know anything about him yet, but the thing is, like, that could also mean, like, we don't know how strong he is, but we also don't know how weak he is. Because I mean,
People think
think
that
about-
Shanks is the absolute strongest character in the series, though.
I mean, like I said, even when he went up against Kaido, people will say that his crew helped him out or something. But I mean, he came out victorious when he fought Kaido, so there's a lot more to base his strength off of than say, Kaido, who has lost all these times, but he could just survive.
Yeah, but Shanks lost to a Sea King.
He didn't lose. What, you thought he actually lost?
Yeah, for me saying that.
Man,
What
He
about
clashed with Whitebeard though. He clashed with Whitebeard. Let's put that on there.
yeah, well, the clash didn't mean anything.
I mean, he did walk up on that ship solo.
Bro, he broke that shit. He didn't pay them. He didn't even pay for it.
He
No,
just
he didn't.
walked up there solo. I mean, that took some balls. That took some balls. Made fun of Marco.
The thing is, I don't know. I feel like Shanks, he's a pretty significant character because like he's gonna be maybe how we explain Luffy's power-ups. Because I brought up in the past that the way Luffy will beat Kaido is that willpower has been said by Rayleigh to increase the more you want to win, the more like ambition you have. So if Luffy has a higher ambition than Kaido, he would be theoretically stronger in some ways. So I feel like Shanks, his willpower might be so strong that he can just like kind of conquer anybody.
See Shanks Pirate King?
I don't
The thing
know,
is like everyone's saying in the chat, how can you overhype a Yonko? But it's not like. The thing is people think that like Shanks can like fucking one-shot every single person in the One Piece series.
oh yeah, that's going too far.
I mean, the Shanks lost to Blackbeard pretty
But to
time.
be fair, people think that about Kaido too. Anytime like someone brings up Kaido, they're like, Kaido can one-shot this guy, no problem. Or if you bring up Luffy versus Kaido, there's zero chance of victory. Like,
Wait, Cody, did you see Anime Fan Talk's video about Kaido versus Shanks?
what? Let me check. I don't think so. No.
It was like him roasting King of Lightning.
Oh, I think I saw that maybe.
What do you stand on that? Kaido or Shanks?
Kaido or Shanks? It's kind of hard to tell because based off of like the fact that Shanks went up against him in pre-Marineford or whatever, and then came out victorious. I mean, even though that's not really clear exactly what happened, based on that alone, and the fact that we don't have much more other information outside of that, I don't know. I would say maybe Shanks. But like I said, the whole Conqueror's Hockey, how you can keep driving it forward infinitely, basically, with ambition. I feel like his strength could easily be higher, maybe. I don't know.
But do you think Kaido would have Conqueror's Hockey as well?
Well, he probably has it, but I'm just saying, like, I think Kaido relies too much on, like, he relies so much on his army. If he was so strong by himself, he could just wipe out any army by himself. Why would he need this huge zone army to back him up?
Greatest
Well,
war
the
ever,
thing
bro.
is-
I guess territory control partially as well, but like he kind of uses too many gimmicks. I feel like there's going to be some weakness to that. Like,
Hokkaido?
yeah, I feel like there's got to be some kind of weakness because you don't just invite an invincible character to a series and have no weakness. Like that's what happened with Naruto. Madara was invincible, so he had to invite Kaguya as his weakness.
So, I mean, the thing is, though, with Shanks, we know he lost to Blackbeard, or he got scarred by Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Pre-time skip Blackbeard. So,
Yeah.
if we think Shanks is this powerful, don't we underestimate...
Well, it was very early on in the story. Like it was when they were kids, practically, like teenagers.
Well, we don't know.
No, because I don't remember exactly where it was. But we did see traces earlier on, I think.
Okay, hold on. Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yep.
This guy in the chat said Shanks is able to create hockey beams. He would vaporize Kaido. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say people overhype Shanks.
He was probably just trolling you.
Yeah, I know, but
So
he
he's
probably
like,
was just trolling.
he's like
Still.
Superman. He has like hockey coming from his eyes. And
I don't know. I feel like we don't know enough about the Yonko yet. People are automatically, now that we have Kaido, they're saying, I know Fru believes that he's kind of the strongest character in the series, which I don't know. I think that's going too far because we don't know anything about the other Yonko. We could next chapter see Shanks and he could be invited as the strongest, I don't know, hockey user or something like that, and then
The thing
the
is,
strongest
like,
creature. It's just kind of
hey.
balanced out,
Okay, here's the thing. It flat out says he is the strongest living creature. But the thing is
strongest living creature. But why would they be so specific about creature? Like, why wouldn't they just say the strongest pirate? Like, or he's the closest to Pirate King, like they did with Whitebeard. That's just he's kind of like using a red herring almost.
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah,
Like,
that was the point of it. Yeah, it's like because you don't want to give it away, you want people to still.
It's just a title. Like, it doesn't mean that he's the strong. If he was the strongest, he'd just be Pirate King. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, even if you are the strongest, doesn't mean you're the strongest by enough to oppose.
I feel like he's the physically strong. Like, in terms of raw physical strength and stuff, I feel like he could outmatch Shanks. But Shanks has hockey, and then you could say, Shanks could use his hockey beam to vaporize it.
But then he could probably have a hockey hammer. I don't know.
I feel like Kaido's going to be more of a kind of like a gimmicky character. He's going to rely a lot more on his powers, maybe, like whatever sort of,
It's
like
super
his zone
strength,
army.
Super endurance.
I saw this really good theory. I kind of want to bring it up. It's really cool. It was I don't know if he was necessarily going off of like one of my theories where I sort of said like the smile Kaido has like 100 smile fruits or whatever. That's why he has the Gifter tattoo. But I said that he would have a bunch of smile abilities. That's why he's got like 100 beast. He's 100 beast Kaido.
Right.
But some guy said that he could absorb, sort of like how Moria absorbed the shadows from his crewmates. Kaido could maybe absorb the smile abilities from his crew and then turn into like some huge Typhon thing. And maybe he's not even a Devil Fruit user. Maybe that's just like part of Smile or something. I don't know. It was a really.
Well, I think we got some foreshadows towards that. I mean, we seen the guy with the horn hands, and I seen a picture of a typhoon the other day. I think it was on your theory, and he had like snake arms. And stuff.
Yeah.
hold on.
I think
Wait,
that's definitely possible.
Wait,
That's
you said that.
Did you guys
like,
hear the whole Smile argument? The whole like why Kaido is a Smile user?
No.
Yeah, because of like.
Oh,
the
you haven't
cutter.
heard that? It was kind of like my theory, but
Yeah, it's kind of like my theory. Check out my channel, One World HD.
you haven't heard of it. It's pretty cool because in the newest episode kind of confirmed it almost. And I made a video about it, obviously. But there's Victor.
Obviously.
Well,
One World HD, guys. One World HD.
you guys haven't heard of it?
Now you know.
Check out my stuff.
I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I'm lacking in subs. I mean, I really need some
Yeah,
help.
yeah. Go support One World HD.
I'm really getting drained. But yeah, no, it's really cool because Kaido. We were introduced to gifters. You know what gifters are, right? With their tattoos and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gifters we've seen, I think, like 3 so far. And basically on their left arm, they have a tattoo, like some kind of pattern going down, and each one is different, representing their animal, kind of. And so I said that Kaido, he has the same tattoo on his left arm, and it's like it's the color of Smile though, because Smile has like the purple, red, and yellow, and Kaido's tattoo has the purple, yellow, and red, and he has the same tattoo as the gifters. So I suggested maybe he's a Smile user. Maybe he's got like the dragon smile, because a lot of people are saying he's a dragon devil fruit user, but maybe that's why they were researching Momonosuke, because
So he
they're
has
trying to
the
figure out the
Western
secret to
dragon.
his art. What?
He has the Western dragon then. Because has.
I would say that no, I would say like the Japanese, Chinese, Eastern style dragon.
Well, we know there's multiple snake devil fruits, so there could be multiple dragon devil.
Well, just serpents in general because he was studying. Caesar was kind of had that
But Momonosuke has the Eastern dragon.
Yeah, Eastern. Yeah. No. That's why I think Vegapunk was Caesar was researching the devil fruit.
Okay. So you think
Because
dragon?
he had that in the glass case, and I think Caesar was trying, on top of the other smile he was making, I think he was trying to formulate a mythical artificial zone fruit.
Gotcha. Now, so he has the actual Eastern dragon devil fruit.
Yeah, I think he has. He might have multiple because maybe I think like that's why Kaido needed the smile so badly, and on top of his crew, obviously. And I mean, there's signs. He has the gifter tattoos. So, and I also believe that he has, on top of that, maybe a Typhon devil fruit because we don't really know the limits to Smile. We know there's not a devil in Smile, so he could have maybe like multiple Smile devil fruits. Law said it only changes your bloodstream. It only affects your body, whereas devil fruits affect you like more spiritually. They turn you into flames and stuff. And Brook, he can leave his body with his spirit. So I think Smile is more like physical based.
But the thing with Momonosuke, so I guess it's just basically his cells, where it's like he can transform and all that stuff, where you couldn't actually fly. You have to have these different gimmicks to be able. But I don't know, because he's creating like.
Well, Law already said basically it's lineage factors, which basically means your bloodstream. It works through the mechanic of devil fruits, because devil fruits affect your body and your spirit. Like it shows. With Law, for example, he can swap people's spirits, like with the personality swap.
Right.
And Brook can leave his body with his spirit. And then you have the physical aspect of it, which can allow you to morph your body, like Luffy can turn to rubber. So I think Law pretty much said that Vegapunk discovered the lineage factor ability of devil fruits, which allows you to change your body, and that's what he used to make the artificial zones. But he doesn't have the spiritual aspect for whatever reason.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, the spiritual aspect is something that could be.
Yeah, you need because that's where I think the devils kind of come in because Shanks said that there was devils. I think it's been confirmed practically that there's spirits within devil fruits. So
probably
what adds the spiritual aspect.
A bunch of Will of D's and put them
Would you guys be mad if
you can't just stuff spirits? What?
Would you guys be mad if the way to awaken was like some Naruto shit where he has to like go into his body?
That would be funny.
His devil fruit?
Well, I think it would be more like. I don't know if you talk to but like with Chopper, for example, like Chopper went into that berserk mode the first time he used his like pseudo awakening, I would call it, like the sort of monster point. We can probably pretty much confirm that that's an awakening, right? Like
maybe the devil fruit is like it has a will of its own. I mean, I was talking about this where it's like with the whole Smiley and it's how it was like actual gas. And
maybe because because Smiley was just gas, and then and then it.
So maybe the devil fruit, right? Once it realizes that you have achieved the potential to control it, then you awaken your fruit. Because we know the devil fruits have a will of their own anyway.
Yeah, I sort of made a video on it, basically saying like what it does is. I'm not trying to plug my videos, but like I pretty much made a video on everything at this point.
Pretty much, right?
But no, I'm like basically in the video I said that that it's actually pretty interesting with paramecias because. Doflamingo, he said that it affects your body and environment. A lot of people just say that it affects the environment. They're just like, oh, it turns stuff into your element. But he actually said your body and the environment. So Doflamingo didn't, with his devil fruit is kind of like he creates strings, so it doesn't affect his body and it also doesn't affect the environment. It creates a whole new like object, basically. So when he used his awakening, it began healing his body, like the string healing, and it also began... like turning stuff into strings. So I think that when you awaken, like Luffy, for example, is going to be able to turn the environment into rubber somehow. But I also think he might gain the creation ability maybe to, like it sounds kind of far-fetched, but if it's along those lines, like the way Doflamingo explained, where it covers the abilities your Paramecia doesn't have, which is like for Luffy creation and turning into the element, maybe he can like create rubber armor or something. I don't know.
Maybe like a counter where it bounces off. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe when you hit him,
he could just thicken himself. Like he could just kind of like become more dense rubber. I don't know. It'd be cool.
Amplify whatever. Wait.
Yeah, he can amplify.
Ashura, why isn't Ashura talking? He asked me a question. He said,
And
"Why?"
Auditor's always got like the most perverted pictures of all time.
Yeah.
The furry one got me too.
Oh yeah, he has actually humans, so we're making progress. But he
Yeah.
said, "Do I think devil fruit have wills?" Yeah, I do think that the devil fruits have wills.
Have what?
Wills, like they have the like.
Oh, Wills. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be kind of weird, I guess, if Oda set it up to be like kind of like Naruto, but at the same time, like Oda and Naruto started
You're
off
the
at the
guy put in
same
the
time, so
chat.
maybe they just set it up the same way. It's just a coincidence. I don't know.
Wait, what did it say?
And I searched one world and it took me to X videos and played midget porn. I just lost my job. Thanks, Barago.
Oh, my bad.
Oh my god. We've been.
Is that why you use the name one roll? Use the,
I mean, I'll confirm or deny that statement. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna make a video about Kaido. I'm just gonna cover like all the different things I know and like all the different forms of like evidence we've seen. Just like, because I feel like a lot of people don't really like. They just see Kaido as strong, and then they see Luffy as like, oh, he's not enough currently. They just see Gear Force and like, oh, okay, it's not enough. But like, they don't understand that Shonen, the main character always wins.
Here's the thing, but if Luffy beats Kaido 1v1 straight up, the series is trash.
Yeah,
Not necessarily.
it's too early.
Because you got the other Yonko. Like,
I mean,
you got-
even Doflamingo was afraid of Kaido, and that
Yeah,
was
well,
The thing is if you can,
Doflamingo was also scared of Luffy though. When Luffy used that freaking King Kong gun, he was like shaking in his boots.
Yeah, but how long is he gonna come out and use King Kong gun? Is he just gonna like just come out King Kong?
I mean, I don't know. I personally think he has a lot more because.
Year 4 won't work against Kaido because Kaido's durable as fuck and you're just gonna take in all the gear.
Well, yeah. I think that's why I say that there's like more than Gear Fourth because you know the whole. Did you remember the whole argument about it with like the time, like the kind of time gap we saw in the 2 years, where like the first year was we saw that he had Gear Fourth already developed within the first year at least, and within the second year we don't know what he developed, and there was like kind of hints around it, like Rayleigh saying, you know, there's something you got to invent that won't affect your body, so maybe there's other techniques, like some kind of early awakening style type thing, not like a full awakening obviously. He's gained different devil fruit attributes that don't affect his body as badly, because that's what kind of Rayleigh implied.
I mean, if he awakens in the Kaido fight, I would like that. If he awakens in the Kaido
fight. I think he's gonna have to like awaken pretty much everything in the Kaido fight. I think that Kaido will be kind of what pushes him to the more Yonko level, because right now by time Wano ends, we're only gonna have like 20% of the series left. Because right now we're a little under 30%, and Wano's gonna take up a huge chunk of the story, so it's probably gonna be like 20% left by the time the series is over. And if Luffy's not at least close to Yonko level by then, because he's got to be the Pirate King by like the end. So when he beats Kaido, he's gonna have to be at least close to Yonko level. Like he's got to be at least like Admiral Plus level.
So
are we saying that Luffy is gonna ignore Big Mom? Are we saying?
Well, I think Big Mom's gonna have different abilities. She's gonna be special. I think she'll be more like Doflamingo, where she specializes more in like not so much physical combat, but more like I think she'll. A lot of people have brought up the whole witch idea, where she's going to be more like a witch user. She'll cast spells, put up illusions, and Luffy's not really adapted to that. Like, he won't know how to fight that. Even if he has enough strength to fight Kaido physically, he might not be able to counter stuff like spells and all that,
Yeah, but going back to the Kaido thing, say Luffy beats Kaido 1v1, and then we still have, like, like, for example, we still haven't seen Luffy fight any of the supernovas, and he's got to fight some of the supernovas at some point.
Yeah, I think I sort of set up
that, like,
I have an idea.
Would have to be Yonko level for him.
Yeah. Well, I do think Kid and Luffy will fight, maybe just like kind of like a spar or whatever, and then they'll have to eventually maybe ally. I think that I have this idea. It's not really supported as much anymore because of the whole Kid being like hurt by Kaido, but it's still possible. I think that Kid will want to organize some kind of negotiation with Kaido. Maybe him getting beat up by Kaido was sort of like Kaido showing his strength and dominance over him, and then maybe that'll make Kid be like, okay, I guess I can use you to take down Shanks, Because Kid really wants to take down Shanks, and who also hates Shanks a lot? Kaido, because Kaido was supposedly beaten or at least chased away by Shanks during Marineford. Right. And there's also the whole Kaido hates pretty much everyone. Like, he wanted to take down Whitebeard and all this, and he wants to dominate the whole New World. So I think
I'd lose
Shanks
some
would be
respect from
targeted.
Kid if he took an L and then just became,
The
But
thing
what
is,
I
I think all of the supernovas are going to team up against Kaido.
that would.
All of
but
them.
I think
that'd
it's
just be
gonna
like
be, I
that'd
think
just
it's
be
gonna be a two-sided
too.
war. I think it's gonna be a two-sided war.
That would just be so like.
It kind of takes away from it.
It'd be
It's
so
like
like.
I think that would show the true strength of Yonko, though.
it's kind of anti.
Okay, well, think about it this though.
But
Like,
Yonkos can't be too powerful because like some people make him to be have to be like god level. You know, I don't. If they're that powerful, then
yeah, but it's like
then
okay,
Luffy's
you have
that, like,
to.
Nah, Shanks has God Haki.
I mean, but they're contenders.
No, no.
Yonkos are contenders for
Say
the.
god.
No, but the thing is Whitebeard's crew could almost like go up against the Marines and go even. So like you need like a to
The
fight a
Marines are a
Yonko.
little bit strong. The Marines are stronger than.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying you need something that's like this is the on the level of the Marines to fight against the Yonko.
Well, that's just the numbers. That's not. Like,
I don't know, man. White
that's
Beard
what
was
Luffy has
smashing
the
through
fleet
a lot
for.
of
Like
folks,
Luffy's gonna
man.
call in his fleet plus the Minks and all that. The Minks are gathering their own little fleet as well. And we got the Samurai who are gonna probably team up against Kaido. So it'll be a big battle, probably the size of Marineford as well.
Well, the thing is okay, we know that Kids Alliance is probably going to be in Wano because of what is going on. So that's four supernovas right there, and then we have Luffy's Alliance, which is 3 supernovas. That's
Yeah.
7 out of the 11 supernovas or whatever it is already. And then we know that we already see Capone. All that he's left is Capone, Bonnie, and Rouge. Yeah, I forgot about X-Drake, so that's 8 out of 11.
I don't. It would just be so weird though because One Piece has always been like about 1v1s. Like it's always Zoro versus the second strongest, Luffy
Yeah.
versus the first strongest. Then you got like the lesser ranks fighting the other lesser ranks on the other side. So it's like if you just have everyone versus one guy, like even with the Oars fight, people try to bring up the Oars example when I bring up 1v1s in One Piece. They're like, oh well, Oars was all versus one. But you still got to consider that Oars was like, 3 people. It was Luffy Shadow, it was Oars, and then it was Moria controlling the whole deal. And then you had the zombies and stuff. And even then, Luffy did like 90% of the damage to Oars. The crew just kind of set him up. They just kind of aligned everything. And then in the end, when Moria actually came out, then Luffy
It
did
was a
like
one-on-one
100%
fight.
of the damage.
Don't you think eventually Luffy has to like face an admiral and like come out of it okay in a 1v1 before he takes down a Yonko though? Because that has been like his adversary where he's like,
Oh yeah, that's actually a good
I don't know
point,
because we don't.
because
you can't overcome an admiral. Like he has.
I forgot about that. He said when he was fighting Fujitora that he wasn't even on that level yet.
Well,
So
here's the thing, because I don't know. I feel like admirals might be imbalanced, like because a lot of people just say like the Yonko were so much stronger than the admirals, but I don't know because even during Marineford, I don't remember who brought up this point. I think it was Legend Mac, but like basically the admirals weren't using even like that much of their strength during Marineford because they had when we saw Punk Hazard, the result of a real fight between admirals, the entire island was wiped out. So everybody during Marineford was holding back. And when
Kaido didn't have a chance to go full power. Whitebeard was just tatting it.
Yeah, even Whitebeard wasn't going full power because when Blackbeard got the fruit and started using more power than Whitebeard did, people were saying you're not holding back. They got mad at Whitebeard.
Anybody was going hard.
Yeah, nobody was going like even using that much of it. I wouldn't even say they were using like any more than 50% of their strength. So
I would say though that Yonko's slightly stronger than admirals though.
Yeah, I would. Because the admiral's not gonna roll up on a Yonko. That's just.
I don't know.
It's hard to say because like I feel like with Kaido's crew, I really hope Kaido's crew isn't that much far away from him in strength. I feel like his second command should be very close to him in strength, so that Zoro and Sanji get good fights alongside Luffy, where it's sort of like CP9, where Kaku and Giovanni were pretty close to Lucci, not too close, but it gave him good
You mean
fights.
like how with Whitebeard, Marco was so much weaker.
Yeah, I hate that. I hated that
Whitebeard.
because like Marco was so much. I think Whitebeard didn't really care about strength. He was just sort of like anyone who's a nice person can come in.
Wait, you think Marco was a lot weaker than Whitebeard?
Yeah.
Maybe not. But from what we saw, it looks like it.
Well, I think they were just setting him up to kind of
Why do you think
weak
he's a lot
because not only was he not trying versus Kizaru, he got like chained up.
Yeah, how they didn't even beat him. They captured him.
I mean, if Marco has some kind of like other Phoenix mode, like because he has the healing flames and that's pretty much it. If he has like some kind of destruction flame or something like that, that'd be really cool. And if he could like be pretty close to with Whitebeard, that would be nice.
Going all out at all because even.
But the fact is, like, if he's really that close to Yonko level and Marco is gonna help Luffy in the next arc against Kaido, it's gonna be kind of imbalanced because you're gonna have all these guys who are like, the Coliseum Alliance or whatever with Luffy, who are all like Vice Admiral plus, and then you got Marco who's like almost Yonko level. That'd be kind of like weird.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, but Kaido's got
I mean,
monsters on his crew as well. Like, You say
Yeah, but he's not gonna have that many monsters because we already have like the Monster 3. Then we got like the Supernovas who are also pretty close to the Monster 3.
but no, but he's gonna have like supernovas on him as well, though.
Kaido maybe.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
gonna have the
know.
calamities too. We got.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big war, but I feel
thing
like
is
if
like
Marco were that strong, it might be like ridiculous. You know.
everyone is saying that like X Drake is gonna switch sides, and I pretty much agree with that. The only person I could possibly see on Kaido's side that would stay is Apu, but I think he's probably gonna switch over as well.
My
Could we
man,
also consider the possibility that these guys are going to end up fighting each other during this war? Because I don't see these guys getting along very long.
It'd be
Yeah.
kind of like predictable and cliche if like all the Supernova just join Luffy. They're just like, oh, it's the good
No, I
guy.
think they'll join him.
So I
And
feel
then
like it
I think
might
they'll
not,
start
maybe
fighting.
not even joining Kaido. Maybe there will be like some third-party interference or something.
Yep.
I don't know.
What if
well, I
they
don't
don't
think
even-
gonna be bad blood. I mean, Kid looks like a vengeful guy. Honestly, I think he's gonna go out and assassinate Apu. It'll be cool.
I feel like Kid might. I don't feel like Kid's automatically going to get drafted on the Luffy side. He could still join Kaido's side just because. I mean, just because he got wrecked doesn't really mean that much. So I still hope. I hope that
I think
like,
he's gonna be independent. Kid's independent. I mean, Kid doesn't want to be ruled by anyone. He's Luffy.
Yeah, but
I mean,
no,
he's the
'cause
opposite. Like,
I thought of this point too, but even Law said like with Luffy, he was like, you know, he told Luffy, he was like, you know, neither of us are willing to work under each other, so that's why we're gonna set up an alliance. So that's why Kid could set up an alliance with Kaido, sort of how Whitebeard had a bunch of alliance members, you know, people who were their own individual captains, but you know they could they want to be allies. So
Yeah,
Kid
but
could
look
just
at
be an
how
ally.
they left Alliance went.
yeah, I mean, if he wanted to be
I don't
allied, I
think
don't
he's
think
up
it
for
would
that.
be. Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna automatically ally with Kaido. Just you know, when a guy comes flying out of the sky, you know, skyrockets into your base and then starts fighting you, you're not gonna be like, oh hey, let's ally, man. You know, so obviously there's some resistance.
Well,
You know,
yeah, but I mean, he threw him in a cage, so I mean, if he was gonna
Yeah,
ally,
yeah, I
he
think
probably would
that-
have been in that motion.
I think that there's gonna be, you know, I don't feel like Kid's just gonna like escape and then be like, oh, you know, now it's time to declare war on Kaido or whatever.
The thing is, this kid is like straight evil. I think he is.
he's a hothead. He's a hothead.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I brought up the whole point with Shanks. You know, Shanks has been brought up. I don't think his whole goal is going to be discarded. That's why he might give up his pride for a little bit, ally with Kaido to try and take out Shanks, and then that'll motivate Luffy even more to want to fight, you know, Kaido, because if he's like, oh, if you're targeting Shanks, then you're gonna miss. You got to get through me, you know.
But it's not the.
Ooh.
No, but Luffy knows Shanks can handle Kaido. Like,
No, but like even but you know, he thought Ace could handle Blackbeard. Obviously,
Yeah.
that didn't work out.
and he still thinks people can handle things they can't.
Yo,
I feel
yeah.
like he's kind of the type
He
to
would
just be like, you can't even touch
probably let Nami fight Doflamingo.
Who thought
Idiot.
Ace could handle Blackbeard? Luffy?
Yeah,
him.
Luffy,
Yeah,
Luffy
he
would
probably
fight.
thought.
Okay.
If he was asked if like Ace could fight Blackbeard, he probably would have been like, "Yep, I think you could do it."
I don't
Because you
know.
got to consider nobody really knew what kind of powers like Blackbeard
Yeah.
had.
Yeah,
He
Luffy
didn't
was.
know.
Yeah, Luffy's.
Luffy is very overconfident in
Yeah.
the
I mean, y'all saw with
And
Blackbeard
his
and
friends.
Dragon, he was like, "Oh, they'll be fine. They're not."
It's ignorance though. Like he's.
Yo, I was just thinking.
No,
what if-
it's also overconfidence. He even said the crew could. He pretty much said the crew could defeat Law if Law betrayed them.
Yeah,
The
that's
way-
kind of why I don't feel like the Supernovas will instantly jump on Luffy's. I feel like if they do jump on Luffy's bandwagon, it'll be at like the very, very, very end, if not after Kaido's defeated. Just because it would just be so like weird if it's just like some big friendship battle, like Fairy Tail.
I
where
mean,
they're all-
you don't really. I wouldn't really call it a friendship battle. The thing is you think about all of the people that they have in their alliance right now, all the samurai, all the minks, all the people in the pirate alliance. They said that they are still not even close to, or they still have barely enough of a chance to beat Kaido's army. So
I don't know. Law said 30%, and people were like, "Oh, that's not a good percentage." But that's like that was back when they only had like the Straw Hats in Law.
that's
Like,
true. That's true.
They were like 30%. I'm like, what? People were like, that's not a good percentage,
I don't know.
man. He's not gonna do it. I'm like, that's a huge percentage.
30%.
I'm like, even if it were 10% at that point in time, I would have been shocked. Like, and the fact that it's 30% chance,
Is this,
obviously Law might not be fully informed, so he doesn't really know. But like,
yeah, but is this 30% with the constant supply of Smile?
well, yeah, no. I think he said that once they take out the Smile, then there's gonna be a huge vulnerability, and
But-
that's why I feel like Kaido might be more of a gimmicky character, because it's been implied, like even Law's like, you know, Smile has a weakness, and you know, it's been brought up over and over again that this whole business that Kaido's trying to run, this whole plan he has, is exploitable. So.
But what about Shanks or not Shanks? Law's goal in the first place wasn't to take down Kaido, so is it possible
Thank
he might have
you.
just been lying?
Law, I don't think he would lie. Like I don't feel like I thought, yeah, and obviously
Day
that's the case, but like I do feel like now that he's kind of lost, still carrying through with it. So I don't think he'd go back on his word. You know, he's still.
Oh,
even
yeah,
though
I
his
agree,
goal
but-
was Domingo, but like,
Yeah.
it might have been misinformed, like I said. But even giving themselves that much credit at that point in time when they didn't have the alliance, you know, they didn't have the Minks backing them up, all this other stuff. The fact that it's 30%, that's crazy. Like.
Yeah, 30%. I mean, he said 30.
That's like literally just flip a coin and you might have a chance of beating Kaido. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how they beat Kaido.
Okay, and you know how people say we overhyped the Admiral, like or you overhyping Yoko?
Yeah.
It's always safe to assume that what didn't stated that some people never even see one. It's very possible these people are just when they're saying we don't have enough manpower to beat Kaido. It's very possible that they're just saying that because they just think he just seems so powerful.
Yeah, I was telling Fruit that too because
People were saying Whitebeard could destroy the planet or the world at least.
Yeah.
Like, did he do it? No.
well, his powers have that kind of range because like his power is basically like kind of like a power
Yeah, powers have
accumulation.
that range, but
So if he could keep improving it, he could eventually destroy the planet.
Yeah,
I think he did reach
Yeah,
that point in his
I
prime.
agree to a certain extent, but at the same time, Oda doesn't give us this information to misinform us. He gives it to like hype up like how strong the character.
Yeah, I feel it was all for
yeah, but
hype,
maybe
like,
the characters
we've
are the
also
ones
had-
that are wrong. Like,
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Oda basically writes what the character says. That is obviously. Oda wouldn't just like lie to us over.
But every single time we get like a new opponent, like with Doflamingo, that's one of the reasons I kind of like don't like Jack that much because when Doflamingo came in, when he had his introduction, he literally came in one-shotted Smoker, took out all of Smoker like in 5 seconds flat, and like it was just so one-sided with everything with Doflamingo, but with Jack, everything was sort of just like actually pinned against him. Like he didn't really. That's one of the reasons I think like there's so many different factors.
Those were powerful. Definitely Lucci.
I mean, yeah, I understand what you're
Overrated
saying,
on
but
the
like Jack versus Zoe is not the same thing as fucking.
But no, well, what I'm trying to say is like
I
I'm
understand
not
what you
sure.
mean. About how
I feel like
they-
hype. I feel like hype isn't always built up to be 100% accurate. Like saying Kaido can beat anybody in a 1v1, it's just like a statement. We haven't seen it in action, and we have heard that Kaido has lost before, like a bunch of times. What was it, like 16 times or something? He's been captured.
Yeah, but the thing is it said he like went out and he solely challenged admirals and Yonkos. Like,
Yeah.
by himself. Like he challenged their crews, so like obviously that's how it's gonna be.
Well, people, I don't remember. I don't know if this was the correct translation, but I remember there was another translation where it was like, if in a fight, if someone's really strong, you say he's a Kaido, There was just a bunch of different like.
That
quotes
was
about
that was just a terrible translation.
Yeah, I don't know if that was 100% accurate, but like, I feel like the whole people, because it said people say in a 1v1, Kaido like wins, but at the same time, have they seen Kaido fight other Yonko? Because like we haven't seen the other Yonko, and we know that
I
Shanks.
definitely think that. Well, the thing is, it's a narrator's talking, so it's not like a random person talking. So it's basically
I was
Oda
about to say,
speaking.
yeah.
But the narrator
I mean,
was
they
kind of
put that
biased
there
because
for
I remember
that.
at first, there was a few biased quotes at first where it was like they didn't give the full like truthful effect of Kaido, where it was like it feels as if it was just what people have heard about him. Probably no, Kaido might not like. This is obviously the extreme, but Kaido might be like not even that powerful if his weakness gets exposed or whatever. But obviously that's not going to happen. But like I feel like it'll be kind of like what happened with Crocodile, where Crocodile at first was invincible. Nobody could touch him because he's made of sand. He could instant kill like an entire army with the whole desertification. But then once the weakness
I mean, that's
is
any devil
exposed,
fruit, though. I mean, you throw them in water.
yeah, every devil fruit has a weakness. So I feel like Luffy might it might not be even that big of a deal for Luffy to take him out if that weakness is discovered. And he comes up with some extremely powerful technique. There's the whole.
Well, I'm pretty sure Law knows his weakness because he was on what was it, Punk Hazard, a long time. Like
I feel like it's
I think
Caesar
that's
who's
where
going
that
to know the
percentage
weakness
comes
because Caesar knows the weakness behind Smile.
Yeah.
Caesar made his army practically. Like
Damn,
I know
what if
people
that's how they
don't,
save
like-
him. Like,
maybe Bonnie will just land a hit and turn him into a baby, and then they'll just stab him. Problem solved.
Well,
Well,
that's
does
why I
Caesar
feel like-
have a reason for going against Kaido, though? Does Caesar have a good reason to go against him? 'Cause
well, that's why I feel like
I don't know
I
what
feel
it
like
Sanji
despite
would
all
kill him
the
if he doesn't.
all the bad his bad rap and whatever, bad reputation and all that. Caesar is kind of going to be a valuable asset if you look at it. You know, you got his gas weapons being used consistently by Kaido's crew to wipe out entire islands in like an instant. You know, they're going to need, because if the Triodes went to Zou by themselves and that gas was there, they would not have been able to do anything. But when Caesar was there, they were able to fix it. And I feel like the Smile, you know, Law pretty much said that there's a weakness to Smile, and the only person who's going to know that weakness is either Doflamingo or Caesar. And Doflamingo's not going to really ally with them, at least we don't think. So Caesar's going to be the one, I think, to reveal the weakness of Kaido. And that'll help them for the most part. And Law can obviously, if Kaido's immortal,
Yep.
you got the whole theory about the reversing the immortality.
Oh, I totally
Someone
forgot
said
about
that Law has to die because if Law is in the story and the series, he's going to be two hacks.
Nah.
I mean,
no,
but
that's the whole point of being pirate.
Yeah, I
Being
mean, like, you
pirate
can't say Law is 2 hacks at the end of the series because
Well, I feel like there would be.
Blackbeard.
I kind of thought about this, and I feel like whatever technique Luffy uses against Kaido is going to be like a one-time deal for the most part, where it's going to be like he's going to put himself on Yonko level, but it'll be like kind of like the gears, kind of how they wear him down gradually. You know, the stronger the gear, the more it takes a toll on his body. Gear 4th made him like sleep for like a week straight. You know, it completely wiped him out. So I feel like Gear 5th might pretty much be like 8 Gates guy, where it's about to kill him, and then Law and Chopper
even know how
come
many-
in.
I hate stupid shit like that,
Yeah.
though.
No, but I feel like Law will have to come in and use some, like, he won't use the full immortality, but I feel like he'll have some specialized version of it where it's like he can give his own lifespan to Luffy.
Or you can give his stamina.
Yeah, no. Well, stamina is lifespan. That was pretty much, he said that, like, when he uses too much stamina, it drains his lifespan. So I feel like the reason why immortality...
Not
I-
like affecting his lifespan when he used more than like that's available. I'm talking about like all his stamina at that moment.
Yeah, I feel like the immortality is basically Law giving up his entire lifespan to that person in order for them to live, like, I don't know if they would live forever. I feel like that's a bit exaggerated. I feel like however long Law's lifespan is, so let's just say he's got like 80 more years ahead of him, then he can give them 80 years, so it feels like they can live forever, you know? So I feel like he can use some like downgraded version of that to Luffy, where he can give like, because Luffy's lifespan, the words keep getting brought up, lifespan with Luffy, and he's pretty much given up a lot of.
Yep.
So,
How much has
Gear
it been?
5th
It's been like 10, like what?
Yeah, he's given up
Probably,
like
15 years at this point.
he's given up like 30 years. I mean, so I feel like Gear 5th would give up like a lot more than that, and it'll be to the point where he's about to die, and then
When
Law
do
will
you,
give up like half his lifespan to Luffy, and then
When
they'll
do-
kind of like split their lifespan.
real quick though, when do you guys think we're gonna see the first like sign of Luffy's like illness? When do you see that first like cough or that first?
Probably after the Kaido fight.
After Kaido, yeah, I feel like after Kaido, because
It's like I don't know what's going on. Like,
Probably during the aftermath party of that fight. That's probably the best placement for it. Like, Luffy just eating, and he just stops eating. Like,
well, because it's pretty much confirmed that Luffy's going to beat Kaido. We don't know how. You know, there's the whole like team up alliance ordeal where it's like everyone versus Kaido. But no matter what, he's gonna beat Kaido, and you can't just say he's gonna beat Kaido, and then it's gonna be like, you know, the whole Arlong after party where it was like 2 hours after fighting Arlong, he was off partying. It's gonna be like a very long and like very, very like tedious recovery for him. It can't just be like, you know, he beats Kaido the next day. He's off partying.
maybe he'll be out of commission for a part of the next arc.
Yeah, that might be possible because like if he beats Kaido, I feel like he's gonna become Yonko because he wants to take over Fishman Island and all that. So he's gonna probably end up being a Yonko after fighting Kaido.
Also, let's just all be honest, it'd be kind of interesting to see how the crew functions with Luffy out of commission while they're like handling a problem.
Yeah, Usopp can go to
Zoro
Elbaf.
steps up. Zoro Usopp steps up.
Saw when Sanji like
I meant for the extended period. Maybe Luffy's out for half. Maybe
Well,
Luffy
yeah, while
can't
Luffy
fight
is-
for half the next arc.
Yeah, like while Luffy's out, maybe you can have like Usopp going to Elbaf. You could have Zoro training in Wano. You could have like
so
Nami being in like a Sky Island or something like that. It could be kind of like a time skip almost, but like it would just be them going off.
Chopper would be stuck taking care of Luffy.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be the character development for Chopper.
That could be the whole little second time skipping thing, but like I don't know if it'd be used necessarily for like training purposes. It would be maybe used to develop the whole Yonko status, maybe because he's gonna.
I was more aiming at like the actual next arc, like with a villain in it. Luffy would be out of commission to see how the crew handles not having his help.
So you mean like Big Mom? Like Because Big Mom was pretty
Yeah,
much
like
beating
maybe
him, so,
maybe they get it. Maybe
Oh.
Big Mom, maybe like she had the read. She wants to take them out.
that'd be pretty
And
funny.
it's like
That forced the Straw Hats into a time skip. Like if right after Kaido, like say they go back to like I don't know career high or something, it's like he has to take a break or he's gonna die like right away. If he needs to take a
Yeah.
break, and they go right into like a time skip.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, so like Usopp can go to Elbaf and train with the Giants.
Exactly, and that's the way to cover.
how
all
would he get to Elbaf?
Yeah,
People
I
seem to
mean-
forget they got to their individual places to train.
Well, because
thanks to
they have Giants in their fleet.
yeah, but they
So
would
they can-
still need to.
they
Oh,
can
yeah,
bring
that's
him
true.
to
He could just go with Haruden or whatever.
Yeah, I think didn't they actually say like to Usopp that they would bring him to Elbaf or something?
They did, but
Yeah,
they
but-
need to contact them too.
I mean,
Yeah, they got
VB
some
cards.
phones.
I mean, you just VB cards.
Yeah,
I guess
didn't have
so.
issues. Yo, I was
Yeah.
thinking though. Okay, so we know everyone was like confused when Oda announced that we were going to the Floryanko saga or whatever because we were like, oh, is Luffy gonna fight all the Floryanko in one saga or whatever? But like, what if? Alright, dude, that noise is annoying me. But what if like it's all of the supernovas versus the Floryanko? You know what I mean?
Ooh. I don't know.
I don't know.
They don't get along too well. I mean,
Well, I'm not saying. I'm saying at like
I
separate
see.
points.
So
it would be
it's like Luffy not going to be the one to
I
take
feel like the
all
only
down
one
all
who's going to make
four.
that much progress Yonko-wise is Blackbeard. Because
Well,
he's
okay,
the only one who's been consistently growing. You know, he's been getting more devil fruits, more money, more ships, more this and that. He's
Put it
been
this way, maybe it'll be like Luffy and his alliance versus Kaido or whatever, and like somehow it'll be like Kid and his alliance versus Shanks or something like that. And
Oh, just imagine if it's all somehow conveniently went down at the same time and like two Yoko fell at
No,
once.
that's one of the reasons I'm kind of like unsure about Kid because we don't know exactly how Kaido took him out, but because at least with Luffy, like you know, he was able to fight with Doflamingo, he was able to fight with all these guys. We haven't really seen him lose yet. You know, it wasn't like the pre-time skip where he just got crushed. But we saw with Kid, he got crushed, so that sort of like makes almost like a gap between Luffy and Kid. So I'm not sure. Would he be able to make that jump from getting wrecked by Kaido to being able to take on a Yonko in that short period of time?
I mean, I don't. Okay, well the thing is, we don't know exactly what happened. He could have got beat up by like, or not Capone.
Maybe
But Kaido made it sound like he did it. Like when he was talking to Kid, he was like, "You try to mess with me."
No,
like,
what it seemed like Kaido set it up. Like everything was all in his plan. Whereas like this whole Apu and them being on an alliance, he was just playing little pirate games, and he ended up catching Kid while playing the pirate game.
Yeah, but he said like he even said like he was like he was almost like gloating. He was like, you know, Doflamingo's nothing in comparison to me. They're just little warlords and stuff. He's like, I'm the best, and he's like, and he was like, Kid's sort of like my trophy over here, like you know, how strong
Well, the
I
thing
am.
is, yeah, because he took like minimal effort to pull in, you know, one of the strongest of the supernovas apparently. So it's just
Well,
like,
no, he made it sound like it wasn't even that big of a deal that he took.
Okay, can we please acknowledge the fact that supernova translates to rookie?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
And that dictionary Yoko.
Right.
No, the
yeah,
head
but
is
we're
like,
addressing, we're addressing that generation. So it's like we're using it to like so you know.
No, but in Kaido's eyes, the kid is a rookie that knows nothing.
Supposedly, but that's being ignorant.
The same thing with Whitebeard. Whitebeard even said.
Oh, Kaido's ignorant. He's like Jack. He underestimates everybody.
But even it's like criminal was like, don't you think you're underestimating these guys a little bit? Like, what do you mean? I'm Kaido.
Yeah, no, it was like seriously, what do you mean?
I mean, they're
the
babies,
guy,
especially.
the guy probably not.
Well, that's what every villain is. Like even Doflamingo before he fought Luffy, he was like, "There's no way you can even like touch me," you know.
Yeah, like Kaido
I'm
had the
invincible
right
in
to
comparison
say
to
that,
you, and Luffy beat him, and then like every villain is like that. They're all gonna brag and say they're better than the main
Yeah,
character.
but Kaido had the right to say it because he
Yeah,
actually
it's
had the
different.
Well, Kaido
ability
just steals up,
of
like-
one of the four strongest pirates in the world.
Here's the thing: people make it sound like such a big deal if Luffy takes out Kaido, but I mean, look at Crocodile. Luffy was a complete. He's not even like supernova level. He was like a complete newbie. First day on the Grand Line, like first week, I mean, he went out and took out a warlord. All right.
I mean,
Not
he had
one-
been on a commission for a long time though. He's been sitting in the chair.
Wait, what?
Like Crocodile. I mean, he wasn't really fighting. He gave up his
He was
pirate.
going around like wrecking entire like town.
Yeah,
And
but straight to
he
crocodile is
wasn't
very
It was
debatable.
like within like a few months almost. Like I think the first half of the series was only like in the course of like 3 or so months. He went out
Yeah,
and
something
took
like
out like all the warlords like right off the bat, like right into the new world.
And as far as we are aware, does Luffy ever train? I don't think he does.
He trained.
he said he trained.
He trained when he was a
Hobby.
kid.
No,
I
I mean,
think he
I don't
does.
think he actually like physically like he doesn't train like Zoro does. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Not as
He,
much
he
as
doesn't do
Zoro, but he
intense
has to.
training.
I feel like he has to because I feel like the whole Gear second thing, he's been working on things before. That's how he stumbled. Because he was watching CP9, and that's how he figured out, okay, let me try this.
Yeah, but that was at that
That
time.
was sort of like
I don't
setting his
think
body,
he's
that was,
not
like,
going to be like
conditioning his body to be
consistently day to day doing stuff like that.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like we see it, but I feel like Luffy did. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like
maybe
Gear
like
second
once a
and
week.
third were kind of conditioning his body to resist like higher stress conditions. So that might have been part of like that could sort of been like that would have sort of been like with Zoro with his training. You know, Gear fourth might also be like muscle training. You know, like he's supplying stress like a huge amount of stress to his muscles.
Yeah.
With
But I
help
mean,
of
like,
others.
I
So it's
don't
I
see
think
this
each
being
time he
like-
uses it. I think Brago said this earlier, but each time he uses Gear fourth, it might make him even stronger. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be so broken.
No, I mean come on, it's a shonen and everything's broken.
No, I mean because that would be. I don't think Oda wouldn't do that because that's something you can. That gives you too much liberty.
How do you explain
Like-
Gear second and third? I mean, by the end of it, now
If it makes you stronger, then you pretty much have a get out of the jail free card. Because then
Well,
you
it
can
does
just be
make it
like,
stronger.
okay,
But it's
we'll
like-
take
it's
Luffy
like-
off of the island. We'll go hide him in the woods for 2 months. Gear, and he can just go Gear 4 every day.
That's what he did during the time skip, and clearly it worked because he took out Doflamingo.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think that made him stronger. He was training. Like, just going Gear 4 should not make him stronger.
No, but the thing is,
Well,
Gear
it's
4 is
conditioning
putting
his body.
stress on like so many different things. So it's like essentially, it's like he's working on like all these different things at once. So just going Gear 4 is like
It's
kinda
like going to the gym and going on the treadmill like for like an hour straight each day, and then just progressively going longer on the treadmill each day.
But the thing is,
you're gonna-
while you're on the treadmill, you have like weights on and like
yeah, like you got like a weighted vest on, like you're going out like running full speed every
you're
day,
running in the incline,
vest.
like
and you're just you're increasing like the weighted vest each day, wherever you're just running even farther.
and it's gonna get easier each day the more you use it. The more you do it, it's gonna.
But
Yeah, that could be like how he's training, because Luffy like seems to advance through battle. He doesn't really advance through like lifting weights like Zoro.
He's just
yeah, I definitely don't see Luffy just like going Gear 4 to just like I'm a stunny or something.
Yeah, no, well, I feel like
no.
it'll be sort of
Like-
like Crocodile. You know, with Crocodile, Luffy got progressively like better and better at fighting Crocodile each of the 3 rounds. I feel like that'll be with Kaido.
Well, I'll be honest, he only won because of that water.
Well, I mean, that's with any Devil Fruit. He only won against Enel because of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, somebody has it. I mean, you take
So he
it
probably
away.
only win against Kaido because of exploiting some weakness. Like, you know, that's just how it works.
That's how,
And
yeah.
people have exploited his weaknesses too, so it's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
Enel
Yeah.
trapped him in a gold ball and threw him off the ship. You know?
Going
I
back
mean,
to what I was,
Luffy, that actually used his
Yeah, he used to
advantage,
do his
you know? Yeah.
Some people actually say, ironically, some people say that is how he came up. That gave him the idea when he was trying to come up with Gear 3rd.
Gear third. Yeah.
I think it did. I mean, I can see it. That and
I don't see
train.
Luffy remembering that.
He did give Oda the idea. He just gave Oda the
Yeah,
idea.
Oda had the idea for that, but I don't think Luffy would remember that. I don't think he would really remember.
No,
that.
because every battle he seems to learn from his.
Yeah. So with
Yeah.
Doflamingo, what is he gonna learn from Doflamingo? He's gonna take.
Awakening.
Probably awakening. Yeah, like Cooper and
Well,
I think
like,
it's a
there's this
perfect
thing
example
called
of how to
awakening.
do it. Yeah.
I feel like what he'll learn is a lot of people are saying like a bounce, like you know the whole bouncy house theory where he bounces
Awakening,
around on like
Bouncy
the
house.
environment.
You can't just awaken
Bouncy house.
do it. Like I don't think it works like that. Like you just see it. Oh, let me awaken my fruit now.
No, but you've seen
No,
it,
no,
so
but
you
you learn
understand
from
what
it.
it is. He'll be able to like call it. He'll say, "Now I'm
the
awakened."
thing is, like,
What
Luffy
awakening
must have some idea of what awakening is already because of his
Yeah,
training with
yes.
Rayleigh. Like, there's no way that Rayleigh never, like, told him, okay, you have an awakening.
Once again,
Well, I feel like
he
but he
was
gotta know what
specializes
he
in
knows.
he
how
was
to
taught
fight
the
on
base
the-
to Tapaki,
Yeah.
and then Rayleigh
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
it's not
Rayleigh
like, okay,
understands
they
it.
were there for 2 years. You don't think he mentioned for 3 seconds that he's like, yo, you can awaken your devil fruit, by the way?
I think he would have mentioned it at the campfire. He said,
Yeah, 'cause-
"You need to do
Yeah,
better."
it literally takes 10 seconds to say something like
Yeah,
that.
Luffy doesn't really like what's the thing? I just lost my train of thought. Great, I had a really good idea.
I mean, he's a
really
hands-on
like
guy.
it.
Luffy's a hands-on guy. You know, he's not the guy that sits in the classroom and takes notes. So it doesn't matter what
He,
you say.
he probably
Yeah, he, like,
doesn't
remembers
remember
everything.
half of the thing Rayleigh said, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Probably
like Rayleigh
did,
has
yeah.
seen everything. Like he's pretty much seen Awakenings. He's
You
seen
know, but
every
I
sort
feel
of
like
thing about it.
I kind of like headcanon but I like to believe that I feel like Rayleigh kind of made like a silent promise to himself that he wasn't really going to tell Luffy anything. That
Show
it
him.
didn't involve the intention of the training. Because Luffy indirectly requested that back at the voting. I
Yeah.
don't think Luffy would want to like learn about Awakening from the Pirate King first mate.
Yeah, I feel like
He's
that.
already learning hockey.
Well, you know how we have guides in One Piece? Like we have like the whole. It was first off we had like Buggy and Shanks, and then we had Crocus. Then we had at the 50% point we had Rayleigh,
Yeah.
and now I feel like at the 75% point, which is pretty much Wano, because Oda's pretty much said that we're at like the 75% point. So I think we'll have another crew member, maybe Scopper, who will show him, the whole Awakening ordeal.
Yeah.
That'd be
It
cool.
would be freaking hilarious if Copper would just like no.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of has to help him during the
Yeah,
one.
I feel like he wants to. Goldie's Roger's dream has to go on, and I think his crewmates are gonna.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna end it here. You guys have any final comments? Anything you want to say?
Are we actually gonna get a chapter next week?
Jack is a mess. Jack is a mess.
Go to you.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Not being serious though. Do a chapter
fine.
next week.
Wait, Brody, do you want to talk about what you
Oh shoot! Yeah. Oh man, you giving me the light for this? Okay, guys, listen. So I'm an author, and right now I'm collecting 100 poets,
Well,
singers,
we're
and rappers. So if you guys write poetry or do songs or music like that, the theme is how I view the world. Right now I'm at like 55 people, so I need 45 more. I think if that's the math. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
math. 45. So yeah, if you guys know somebody or you guys want to get at me, hit up my Facebook, Roderick Lacey, or my Twitter and all that, and we can start talking and all that.
There you go. So I'll put the link in the description as well.
All right,
Awesome.
sounds good.
Yeah.
This guy says I'm on crack.
Cody, are you?
Am I on crack? No.
Cody's on crack.
The world is definitely on crack.
I mean, maybe you don't.
But no, as always, thank you guys for stopping through.
I think this is one of the most chill streams of all time.
Yeah, that is true.
Nobody ever
Anyone
said-
even got into an argument in this stream,
Yeah,
really?
Well, I mean, Luffy versus Das Bones. Got to relive that.
We're not going to talk about that.
that got crazy on Twitter. That got really crazy.
What happened?
Because all right, quickly, a lot of people feel like pre-time skip, Luffy would lose to Das Bones
I
without.
agree with that.
Oh, the metal guy, but he already broke metal before him.
Yeah.
He broke Arlong's sword, and then he broke what's his name's armor, Long Creek.
I don't think Over made a steal though.
Yeah, no, he said his armor was made of steel.
I don't know, dude. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. He already did it before.
Oh, but the thing is, okay,
Just being a
I feel, okay, you have to think about it. Think about it this way, okay? I don't know, man. I don't want to have this argument again. But,
He broke it with his finger. He broke Arlong's sword with his
okay,
finger.
no, but the steel Logia, or not Logia, Paramestia, or whatever it is, it turns your entire body into steel or whatever, okay?
It's not. I don't think it's the steel. I think it was the weapon.
He's a sword guy. He's a sword man.
Oh, was it that? I don't know.
Yeah, it was the blade fruit. So he's literally like and no, Oda actually said that the evolvement of his devil fruit was what's her name?
Baby 5.
Baby 5. Yeah, Baby 5 is the improvement of his devil fruit, like the better version.
Yeah, it's like superior.
So he had the weapon. He had like the blade fruit, and then Baby 5 has like the weapon.
Yeah, but a lot of people feel like
guns.
Luffy's like weak to blades. It's like, I mean, but it's like the argument is everybody's weak to blades. So what makes Luffy more than anybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, a Bon.
I mean, you can make the argument that he
Don
is
Krieg.
slightly more weak to blades because of the way his power works, like his stretching, especially pre-gear second. Now he has like ranged attacks with the jet pistol, but before that, the only way he could get in was by like melee.
Well, no, Don Krieg. Remember Don Krieg? He had like the spike shield and stuff and all that. He had like. Yeah,
I think
Point
he's more
out.
susceptible. I think he's more susceptible to cuts though.
You
I think
could
it is.
couldn't.
No, but Don Creek had like the gun. He had a gun that could shoot like he could shoot bullets that could harm
Yeah,
Luffy, and he had like the spike armor, the
Yeah,
spikes that
but
went around
that's
him,
okay. I would.
and everything was made of steel. So like it's
I would
But
really
definitely
Spike
make an
don't-
argument though
It's
that
puncture. Spike's puncture.
Osbones is way more durable than fucking Don Creek, but whatever.
I'm gonna point out one thing. If Luffy fought somebody like Stab Bones or a sword user, that was really good at using swordsmanship, he could stretch out his arm and they could cut it off while it was
Well,
stretched.
it'd be a match of
exactly.
speed. It would be like a match of speed, and I feel like
Yeah, they were. If he fights a swordsman that's faster than him, he's dead.
I mean, a lot
Oh,
of people
yeah.
point out like Mihawk, but that I
Well,
mean,
Daz Bones was really slow. He was really slow.
I mean, imagine if he
Zoro
fought
was countering
Mihawk
everything. He
without.
just couldn't cut through it.
Imagine he fought Mihawk. He
Well,
would
that's the
stretch
thing,
his
like-
arm ready to go.
Zoro was way like more. I don't know. Like I would say, basically, Zoro was way stronger than Osbones in general. It's just like he couldn't do anything to him.
No, Zoro just kind of didn't. Zoro did not know how to cut steel. That
Yeah,
was the
like he was like wait, like you could have fought Osbones basically forever. It's just like
He couldn't control his sword. I think that was. He couldn't control like the power because he even said like he brought up a quote where it was like he couldn't. When he was cutting like the palm tree, he did the thing where he put his sword up against the palm tree and he didn't cut it, but then he just cut the stone in half like with little effort, and he was doing the whole thing where he can control the sword now, and then he went ahead and cut him. So I don't know. I think it was
alright,
just a matter
well,
of.
we should.
Okay, yeah, we should probably.
Yeah,
move on.
And then
Yeah.
Lucci beat Kaido. Just saying.
thank you for stopping through. We got people. It's been great. Thank you again. I don't know. Hopefully we should be getting a chapter next week. I think.
Yeah.
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 I'm kind of glad we didn't get one this week.
Yeah, it's a good. It's a nice break.
Yeah.
It's
I
We
was-
didn't get one the week before that.
I've been
Yeah,
really
I honestly
tired.
don't care at all because I was so swamped with finals and everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
same.
laughing a lot, so it was a perfect time actually. Not for the grandmother to die, but.
We're probably gonna start. But we've been uploading a lot, man. I went on like one of the days where I was just like moving. I just like went on my phone. I was like, I saw like 10 uploads from Brago.
10? I don't know. I don't know.
It was crazy. You uploaded like the all forms of like something.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
like
it's-
2 weeks.
That was last week ago, man.
Yeah, that was like you uploaded like 5 different videos in one day.
Yeah,
It's
that was.
It
No,
was all non-revealing outfits. I remember that one.
My last statement: Baku no Hero Academia will be #1. Just putting that out there. It's gonna be the new #1 anime.
I
I
think
kind of like it. Yeah, I don't really mind.
I feel like it has more potential than One Punch Man. Like,
Yeah.
No.
more staying
Yeah.
power. Like,
Yeah.
Staying powered, yeah, what I think, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I guess that has the advantage of not being as long.
God damn it, Brago, end the stream.
I know. All right.
The string will never end. Just end
Thanks for
it.
stopping by.
I gotta go mow my